are calling. Frost on my breath as the night ignites. Ice in my veins, but my fire is burning. I ride the storm under silver lights. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Frozen skies and the moonlight's whisper. Magic flows through the winter air. Every step leaves a mark in the blizzard. Every spell sparks a brilliant flare. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Ice and ember, we'll remember. Cold forever, stand as one, we fall as never. Always never. Witches brew, the night won't break us. Snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Fate on repeat. Stand strong over the snowstorm. Running on the line. Oh, we will not, but we stand strong over snowstorm, over snowstorm, over snowstorm.
And what is up, everybody? As my phone dings, couldn't have said that better. Couldn't have lined that up better. But happy Saturday, everybody. Happy weekend. Happy weather's warming up. And happy from reveal giveaway time. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yay. But I hope everybody's having a good weekend and everybody's doing good. And we're going to have some fun tonight. Just showing off some stuff and talking, I guess, some more from wherever the conversation takes us. But welcome to everybody and welcome to my awesome co-hosts, the besties, the awesomeness, the peoples. What's up, Miss Scarlet? How are you this Saturday?
Doing good, hanging out. Just ready to show off what Nick's into. It was a box packed, stacked to the brim, full of goodies for everybody, all around goodies.
Oh my God, when he told me how much the box weighed, I was like, he was like, yeah, it's 20 pounds. I was like, what are you sending me?
Oh, you told me, I was like, oh God. What?
I was like, what?
Really?
Oh, jeez.
We were
And then
thinking, like, what the hell would be in there? Like, what kind of? I'm sitting here thinking he done sent like something you got to put together. It's like a, I don't know, a whole jade piece,
right?
or
He
something.
like sent me a puzzle. Damn it! Did you send me a puzzle? And like
A piece of like a faraway tree or something.
Yes. Jeez, and he's just like, I packed the box. Don't worry. And I was just like, and you guys saw, it's packed full of stuff. And what is up, Mr. James? Happy Saturday! You ready to show off these goodies?
Oh yeah. Hello,
Some good
chat.
stuff.
Hello, Dana, Scarlet. Got a lot of goodies to show off. So
Right?
it's a
We're
big
gonna
old
be
box.
busy. We're gonna be busy this season. We're gonna be busy. We're gonna need Vic. She's gonna have to get her little notebook and keep track of all this stuff. And because forget it, I'm already gonna be lost with all this stuff. Somebody's got to be organized. Somebody's got to be organized. But no, so the amazing Nick L, I'm sure you guys know him. He's definitely within all the communities, and he 3D prints all this stuff. Like, he made us, he's even made me some D&D stuff, which I can't wait to show off when we start playing our games. He made me a house. He made miniatures. He made landscapes. He made me so much cool stuff for D&D. Now, mind you, I got to paint it. So we'll see how far my skills go. We'll see how good I could do painting it. But he sent me so much stuff just for D&D. So I knew when From started, he did the talismans last season and everybody loved them. We were going to do some talismans this season as well, but we have some cooler stuff, I think, than the talismans. So, but so thank you. Big shout out to Nick L. And I'm sure if you reach out to him, you can also purchase some of his stuff if you just want to outright buy things. But he's got it all. He's just amazing. So big thank you to Nick.
Oh yeah, he did a lot of great work. I'm very happy with my present.
Right? And yes, he sent something special for Scarlet. He sent something special for James. He sent something special for me, which is really awesome. And I forgot, those are the I forgot to take a picture of the thing that he sent me. So, but if you'd like to show off what he sent you first, and then we'll get into the
Wait, I was going to say hey to everybody we
Oh my
got
gosh,
hanging
yes,
with us
Scarlet.
real quick. We got a few folks in the chat hanging out.
Hello, everybody.
We got Daryl hanging out. Always a pleasure to see you, hun. That's right. It is super. Hey, look, I know it's supernatural, but we got to give them this chance to be wrong. Okay. Y'all have given me the chance to be wrong on numerous occasions. It's good. It helps us learn. I learned a lot and then I forgot it all over again. It just slipped right through my hands, Dana, just like water. See, we got Miss Jen, the teacher, hanging out with us tonight. What's up, hun? Always glad to see you. And we got with Alice. Welcome and thank you again for hanging with us last night. Always glad to hear what you guys think about the show. And let's see. Oh, and we got Miss Terry hanging out, and I know she's behind you.
Yes, she is in my home.
And in the
she's within the vicinity tonight.
You need to be careful going through all those faraway trees in and around like that, and
right,
you can get stuck.
Well, Mama Susie made macaroni and meatballs today, so
she'll find her way back home. Perfect.
Instead of Sunday sauce, it was Saturday sauce. So we got to eat Mama Susie's meatballs today. I put a picture in my chat too. If you go under the Foodies channel, you could see Mama Susie's, meatballs.
In Discord?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
So, definitely.
Oh, yes, definitely. Especially in From. I mean, if you've gotten it all right at this point, then kudos to you. Because it has been lots of good twists and turns. And then back again. And now it feels like we're still back again, Dana, because with story walking and possible shape-shifting creatures and stuff, I mean, the game just keeps changing.
Right? It's like, and I think that's kind of what's fun about this, because we can all be right. We could all be wrong. We could all be a little bit. It's like, it could be a culmination of something you've said, Scarlet, something you've said, James, something I've said. Like, it could be a hodgepodge of just stuff that people have said. Like, we don't know yet. And like you've said before, James, at the end, we still might not know things. This could be the kind of show to where, yeah, we're going to get probably the big stuff, but there might be stuff that just goes unanswered. So we'll have to wait and see. We'll definitely have to wait and see.
Oh, yeah. A lot of good bits. All right. Let's see. So we want to show, again, this is one of the items
yes,
that Dana has received. But let's see. Which one do you want to go?
Well, let's explain a little bit about what we're doing this season. So on top of the t-shirts that we're going to be giving away, we have a bunch of awesome stuff from Nick L. We're going to be doing some giveaways on my channel, on Scarlet's channel, and I believe we're going to do something on BabyKlay's channel, because we have so much stuff that we're going to spread it out a little bit. Now, between Scarlet, myself, and BabyKlay, they're most likely going to be during live streams, but we're going to do something different and fun with James. We're going to attach it to like a video and comments in the chat, and then we'll most likely do a drawing either live on stream or in the Discord. So we're going to do some fun stuff with James. We don't know the details yet, but just look out for James's videos because one of them is going to be attached to the giveaway. So make sure you are subbed to James because you're not going to want to miss out on his From videos and his Walking Dead stuff and, you know, whatever little game he's got cooking up for the giveaways, right, James?
That is correct, Dana.
I love you, James. I swear. I love you. But no, that's going to be fun, right? We're going to do something in in like your comments because your comments are active. You have like your people over there, they love commenting.
Yeah, they give me shit all the time. That's all it is. I can't believe this show has went to shit. That's what it
Wait, what? Then why were they giving me such a fucking hard time?
Because you're Scarlet.
Oh, well,
that's what happens.
That's true. No, that's true. There you go.
You know, every now and then you can just every now and then you can just catch the wrong person.
I know. It's fun, actually.
In the thing.
It's great to go back and all the memories. They're fun to think about.
Yeah.
And what's up, Greeky Unscripted? Welcome. We got
Hello.
Folks popping in. Robert, Twinkle Toes, all you guys. Welcome. Robert, no, not yet. But possible. Nick L has given Dana a box stacked full of things, and we're just going over the giveaways this season that we'll be having. And yeah, James, you got quite a fun pack over there. So it'll be fun for us to try to figure out how we're going to do it. A nice, fun, new kind of giveaway.
Yes.
Because we did one where we did it kind of in the Discord. And had like a time where you have, we unlocked that channel and then locked it down after a certain point. So yeah, we'll see. Doing it in the comments, it's going to be fun. See if everybody's paying attention.
Right. So it's you just gotta be in the Discord so you're always notified of what's going on, because besides us announcing stuff on the live streams, we will be announcing everything within the Discord along with the official rules. But as you guys know, as far as the physical prizes, I do only ship to the United States and people within the United States, because unfortunately I've had a lot of issues with customs and people's items getting lost, and I can't replace them after that point, because once customs like eats them up, they're just gone. And this stuff is just too special and too important. So to balance that this season, we are going to do a special giveaway for the people who are overseas. We are going to give away some 1-month subscriptions to MGM Plus, where all I need from you is an email. And so that is going to be specifically for our overseas folks so that they can participate this season. We don't want to leave anybody out, because I know we have a lot of people who watch from overseas, and especially when it comes to From, because From like blew up this last season. They released it overseas, I think on Netflix or something, and it went bananas overseas. So I know we're going to get a lot of overseas folks, and I feel bad that you guys can't physically get anything. So as a way to kind of fix that, we are going to do some gift certificates for you guys. So that it's gonna be fun. We have a lot of stuff kind of coming up. The first giveaway will definitely be for the premiere. We're going to be giving away some of the t-shirts and some other prizes for the premiere. It will most likely be on the Friday Night Fever episode, because it's just a little too complicated and a little too much for us to do it during the content creator roundtables, because we really want to focus on the creators that come on and you guys. So Friday night is most likely going to be the first giveaway. And then we will announce the rest of them probably closer to when the season starts. But as of right now, the first giveaway will be on Scarlet's channel for our premiere kind of weekend that we're going to be doing.
Nice. And who knows what other things Dana may have for the premiere, or at least around the release of the first episode.
We gotta go in my bag of goodies.
Not just that, but I mean, just what I know we might be getting from the Cameo Company this season.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what they tell us.
I know it's going to be interesting to see kind of how what they say, what they tell us without telling us, and who we get and what's kind of going to happen. So it's going to be fun. You're not going to want to miss out.
From they have what Julie, Father Cautry, Jade, Victor. I think that's all they have right now for From.
Oh, thank you, Miss Greeky. Are we saying that right? Because we have the worst.
I can't read.
We have we butcher people's names around here, so we have gotten things wrong. But I'm glad you found we're in the wild. We're crazy people, and you just kind of stumbled upon us, and we love that. But welcome. So yes,
what those 1, 2, 3, 4 from cast members I think they have on Cameo right now.
Yes, as of right now, I believe there's 5.
I'm missing one.
Yes, so we have Miss Sarah, we have Miss Julie.
Oh, Sarah, that's right. I forgot about Sarah. Because they added those recently.
Yes, Sarah and Julie are new. They were not there last season. Only Jade and Victor were there last season.
Even Father Cautry too.
And yes, Father Cautry is also there this season. And I know he's not technically on From anymore, but he will always be a part of From.
We don't know now.
He still might alive.
Whatever that Father Cautry was we looked at last night might still be lurking around.
Right? Apparition Father Cautry. I liked how Janice called him a mimic. That is kind of what the person in a way. So I like the thinking of him maybe as a mimic. So that was really interesting. Shout out to Janice bringing up that little point.
Right.
So it's gonna be fun, and we will all the rules, all the dates, all the limits of when you have to get back to me and get me your address. And I'm gonna be a little more strict this time around when it comes to the cutoff date of when you guys could message me, because when I tell you I have a lot of stuff that I have to ship out, and as much as I would love to hold people's prizes indefinitely, it's just something I'm not going to be able to do. So we once again are going to draw runners up. And if you do not claim your prize within the specific date that we give you, you will forfeit your prize to a runner up. But do not worry about it. If none of the runners up get anything, we have an awesome runner up prize for the people who might not have been defaulted a prize, but you still will get a little something. You'll get a little something. You'll get a little something.
And Daryl, look, I know. How could I forget about Sarah? Look, because it happens. The brain, when I say I crashed last night thinking of all the bits that we went over and then some more. I think I was still watching episodes when we left last night, Dana, after we ended the stream.
Oh yeah, we talk about it, and and Miss Greeky, that you fit in perfectly around here.
I was just gonna get to that too. Yeah, I was gonna say yes. That is perfect.
You found your home. You found your home. We are definitely 420 friendly community.
My memory sucks too, so yeah, I've been going back through it so much. I've been watching some of these scenes so much that I messed up even the scene. Look, you know what? There was a moment perhaps that we thought an image was an image. It was a caulk gun.
That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
Right? That was the best of it, Dana.
And I have a feeling had James been with us then, he probably would have spotted that shit right off the bat.
What was funny is we had a few people also looking at it. They couldn't figure it out either. And then we went to Jeremy and he's like, oh yeah, that was you talking about the caulk gun? I'm like, Oh, of
Yeah, like,
course,
and when I
because
tell
he
you,
knows, like, construction and stuff. Of course, he knew it was a caulk
yes,
gun
James, when I
immediately.
tell you we were analyzing this thing, like it was nobody's business. Like we were like, that has to be something. What is that? Oh my God. And it was like, yeah, a caulk gun. That's all it is. It's a supply in her basement.
It was at in Henry's basement when Tabitha was going down there and looking at all the images that Miranda had painted.
I can just
And
imagine the things you were probably calling it.
we thought it was people. We were trying to figure out what kind of people were on there because remember when you looked at all the images down there in the basement, it had all kinds of stuff, right? Like shadowed people, pilgrims, and all kinds of crazy whacked out stuff going on. So there was this, and I still think there was something behind the caulk gun, but we can't make out what it. For all we know, it's just a piece of cloth back there. But with the way it was, and we zoomed in on it.
Yes, we were zooming. We were,
which made it worse. Okay,
stuff.
we zoomed in on it. It made it worse. Then each one of us saw different things, and you know what? A lot of psychology went in behind that, James, and how the mind will see things that aren't really there, and then others can be. I don't want to say manipulated because it wasn't like we're manipulating them, but they saw what we saw because psychology and stuff.
Yep. So, and you're talking about we spent a stream on this image. Like we were so convinced that it was something, and then here comes fucking Jeremy like, that's a caulk gun. And we were just like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He's like, yeah, like,
Don't you know what this was? Can you figure out what is that? He's like, yeah, there's a caulk gun there. I'm like, oh, dang it.
We like so thought we found something and it was something. And
that happened so many times, even with and What's Up Green Spider, the lunchbox, when Tabitha took it with her and she was like opened it up at the church, and I swear I thought I saw a talisman in there.
Oh yes, I remember that too.
And I'm like, where'd the talisman come from? What the hell is this? I'm like, everybody, no, just look at it. What do you think it is? I still do that. Like, what is this? I just looked at this. Now, what is that? What do you see? That's why I have to ask you. What do you see?
Right?
I can't tell you what I see.
It's going to be interesting
I'm going crazy.
What we discover this season, and then everybody's going to be like, "What are you people crazy?" It's nothing. We're going to be like, "Damn it! I thought it was something."
All the time, Dana. That's fun.
We thought it was something. Yes,
it gave us lots of fun bonding time.
But yes, and Greeky, if you are not in any of the Discords, Miss Jen, the teacher, since you are the mod here tonight, can you please just drop the Discord links if possible? If not, I will do my best to get on it.
I will grab one in just a minute.
Yes, but they are also in the description of the video. So all of the Discords for James, Scarlet, and myself, because that is the easiest way to know when we go live, what's going to be happening with the giveaways, where we're going to do the watch parties when the season starts, because we will be doing the watch parties on Saturday nights as we did last season, staying up till midnight, waiting for the episodes to drop, and then we will link up and just kind of watch on our own devices. But I do believe JH will be showing the episodes because he showed the episodes last season. So when we're gonna have him on this season, and most likely he'll explain more about him, but I think he's going to be able to show the episodes in his Discord for people who don't have a way to watch the episodes. So you just got to stay tuned. You just got to be in the Discords. That's where we drop all of our information and everything. And there's the man of the hour, Mr. Nick. This is the gentleman who made all of this amazing, awesome stuff. And I've been praising him like all week. I was like, I opened the box and it was like a From Christmas. Mm-hmm. I was like, I didn't know
some and beyond.
Like I didn't know what to do. It was just like the more I took, the more there was. I was like, I even got to the bottom of the box. And I was like, oh, I missed that stuff. I didn't even see that stuff. So yes, thank you, Mr. Nick L, for the awesome work. Everything that you do, it's all amazing, and we're gonna show it off tonight.
And yes, Twinkle, one of the items that he made is this right here on screen, and it's like a little mini poster.
Yes, it's like this little mini poster. I have one hanging on my wall. He did, like I think I have 4 of the season 4 from Image, and then I think he gave me a bunch of, I think that's the season 1 promo image. It's either season 1 or season 2. But oh my god, Nick, we love it. We love it. As the Scarlet loves her
I
little
love my
thing.
present, dude. You have no idea. I'm very excited. As soon as Data showed, I was like, oh my god, there's no words. It was perfect.
Yes, and it's color and it's awesome, and like, so we have some of those to give away. And yeah, they're just like little posters that you could just kind of hang on your wall. I have mine hanging on my little, what is it? The board that you put the thumbtacks on. What are those things called?
I forget what they're called, but I know what you're talking about.
A cork board is, did I say?
Is it
Cork? Oh, my New York accent. The board that you put the push pinny things in and you hang stuff up. Yeah, cork. Jesus. Okay, I'm definitely from New York. Sorry, guys. That was horrible. I can speak English, I promise you. Shut up, Miguel.
And to Greeky, I would say, I thought it was like a 78 massacre. Was it 78? I forgot what year.
I'd see, and I don't know. I'd have to go back and
I want to say
and
78,
watch.
but I do think 67 may be wrong. As far as the Victor massacre, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I can't, because I thought they were 70s when he was there.
Yeah, I thought 70s myself.
So I don't know whose video that is, but yeah, I thought he was there in the 70s. But I'd have all those details are things I'd have to go back and watch again because that is a lot to remember.
Listen, Bill. Don't you love my New York accent. You know you love it. I can't help it. Especially when I get angry. Don't make me angry. Then the New Yorker really comes out of me.
No.
Scarlett's heard it. Playing D&D. She's definitely heard it.
Yeah, I don't have to hear it. You put the timer on the board. That's enough said.
But yes. So these are little poster things that Nick made. And the colors, like, you have to see them in person. Like, they're so bright. The colors are just so bright on these things. And the detail. I don't know how you got that detail, Nick. Like, I really don't. Like, that is crazy to think that a 3D printer made all this stuff. But, yes. So that is the first item. What we got next, Miss Scarlet? What we got?
Do you want me just to go through, or we don't?
However you want, in no specific order.
All right. And here's another one.
Yes, this is the one I think it's either season 1 or season 2, right, Nick? You have to just verify. It's another promotional poster from a prior season. I just don't remember which season it comes from.
Season 1 posters is sterile. I believe it because it's got the Matthews in the background. I think that was season 1. Because I remember season 3. I'm trying to remember what season 2 was. But that is pretty cool. So you got a couple of these. I think season 1 sounds about right.
Ma'am. We sure do. And again, the colors, like I can't get over the colors.
And it's pretty cool little poster to have on the wall to show off for everyone to know that you are part of the family.
Yes. Right? So awesome. So awesome.
So let's see what we got next. Are some awesome. These were the coasters. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, these are
awesome.
Great.
Look at
right.
No.
That I saw that and that made me chuckle. When I saw that in the box, I actually chuckled. And we got Jade playing the violin. We got, his saying, you don't want to spend a night in the box. Nobody wants to spend a night in the box.
All right, ding dongs. It's almost go time. Anybody fuck this up, you spend a night in the box.
And Boyd's, talk, you don't fucking break me. So I love it. I love them. And we have
Mhm.
3 sets of these coasters to give away. So you're going to get the set of 4 as, you know, the little package. Oh my God, words tonight, Scarlet. I can talk.
They are hard, especially for me. So it's fine. Don't worry. You're doing better than I would.
Jesus, words are difficult tonight,
Mm-hmm. Always.
right?
Well, these are
But
pretty cool though. Nick did a good job picking out some good like phrases or points to put on for coasters. Definitely some
yes,
stuff we say all the time. So these were some good ones. And yeah, I still love the Jade one. I don't know. I almost want to say it's my favorite just because I'm so encapsulates or just how sad I am for Jade. He's playing the violin with the tree there, and it's all gray. Kind of, it's just sad. I just
it
have a
is.
feeling poor Jade in the end. It's just not gonna be good.
No, he's gonna lose his mind even more
I know.
this season,
But we'll just have to wait and see.
right? We're gonna just have to wait.
Open to suggestion on more phrases. Message him on Discord. You heard it, guys. He is open for suggestions, any kinds of ideas.
Yes.
Robert, I love the no coaster. No. No.
We might have to clip that as like one of our
Yeah.
little clips.
Yeah, when things
somebody
go
says
by
it,
no. Like you just
Yep.
don't want to play no.
Yep, so cool. I love it.
No, don't touch me. She's always said that, don't touch me.
Right?
I don't know you. That's my purse.
Which one's your favorite, James, out of all of them?
Oh, it's hard to pick one, really. The no, just for the humor, the sadness of Jade, the awesomeness of the colors, the yellow and red of Go Time, and just the straight up message in that other one, man. I mean, they're all great.
Right?
So it's hard to pick.
Well, we're gonna have to see. This might be the season that really does break Boyd. Oh no, he looks like he's gonna be going through some stuff.
Right? And a lot of the whole town is. We'll see how it shakes up with everybody losing their marbles.
Right?
My balls. My marbles.
But awesome. These are so great.
I lost them somewhere in a faraway tree.
Yep.
Now these here, Nick, I'm gonna have to tell you right here, but before I knew what it was, when she pulled it out of the box, it expanded like this. So I saw it coming out of the box as this expanded object. I thought it was some sci-fi gun that she straight up, because there were some other things in the box from a different show.
It's magic. It's magic.
And I thought it was a sci-fi weapon. I'm sitting here thinking, she's got an alien weapon or something. What is this?
It's magic.
It was the coolest thing ever. I was like, oh shit, what is that, Dana? She's like, I don't know. It's like, it moves. She put it back together. I was like, oh, it's a talisman. Dude, I thought it was about to shoot lasers.
Yes, and Nick did confirm it's a fidget of some kind.
Yeah.
I don't do fidget stuff, so I had no clue what it was. Like, you had to see me looking at this
the coolest thing ever. Just to see it get the way it pulled out. No, that's horrible.
Right, and it's heavy. Like, it's got weight to it.
It was cool though, and I like how the color on it, the way it shines. Yeah, it's very fidgety. It's for those of us who are ADHD, Dana. We enjoy those kinds of toys.
Yes. Oh, I see people do like fidget stuff. I'm just not one who sits there and fidgets with stuff. Like, it's just so I was clueless. I was like, is this a puzzle? Is he gonna make me put together a puzzle?
Because I had to ask her, like, wait, does it go apart? Does it stay together? She's like, it stays together. I was like, oh, it's like one of them fidget things. But I'm telling you, when she pulled it out of the box, it was the greatest reveal ever.
Because we had no clue. Like, we were just like,
because all you see, like I said, is you see it the way it is expanded. I didn't see it as the actual talisman. I just saw this expanded thing with this purple kind of like gleaming colors and stuff that are kind of metallic yet not. And I was like, what the hell is this, Dana? Like, what kind of sci-fi shit you got? I really thought that it was going to have freaking lasers.
Yes. And the two on the bottom are the traditional talismans. They're not the fidget toys. And I know Nick said that he's working on some more, which I already said, oh, gimme, gimme. So I was greedy and I said, I will take them. If you want somebody to take them off your hands, I will be glad to. Because it is definitely the one thing, if people have asked me if we're going to give away again, it is the talismans. Oh, they missed out on them last season. And so it is definitely a highly requested item are the big talismans. But I do like your spin on those other talismans. Those are cool. I love them. I love them.
I do. Like I said, those were fun to see revealed out of the box.
But
That was good
I
times.
will just forewarn everybody. I will include the string. I will include the hook. But you guys are on your own this season wrapping them talismans. I love you guys. I appreciate every one of you. But that was the most tedious thing I think I've ever had to do in my life was wrap all those talismans with the string. I was ready to I was like, done. You know, Scarlet. I was like,
Right.
I don't know how many more of these I could do.
We'll
I was
just say
like,
a lot of lessons were learned that go round.
yes, so I will
Dana's like, no
gladly
more.
I will gladly include the string. I will gladly include the hook. But you guys might have to just do it yourself this season. I don't know. I don't know if I can. I don't. I'm getting PTSD just thinking about it. Because I think how many did you send us last season, Nick? I think I had to have wrapped at least 50 talismans. At least. In that friggin' string. So yes, I love you guys very much, but you guys are on your own with that one this season.
What's up, Miss Debbie? Welcome, hun. Yep. See, you got to wrap it yourselves.
Yeah,
You got to suffer a little bit for your protection. It is what it is.
definitely is.
45 to 50. Yeah, it was a lot of them. It was quite a bit.
Yes, there was a whole bunch of them, and I just remember sitting there wrapping these things with this friggin' string, and I was like, "Oh, how hard could this be? Should it be difficult?" Yeah, I was done. I was done by the end of the season. I didn't want to look at string. I didn't want to look at talismans. I was done. But they are like life size. They look like, if you didn't know that they look like stone. If you honestly didn't know any better, those things look like the real replica.
Oh yeah, they're nice.
Yes.
I can't wait for that. See, we got he did really awesome this all around. He got a few of these that are good this season.
Yes.
All the
Now,
lights.
Yes, we're getting into the light boxes. These are friggin' cool. I think I've hit Nick up for so many different ones. Look at my wall. I don't know where I'm gonna put them, but
Right.
these
You have a whole wall of Funko Pops, and now you have a whole wall collection of awesome lights.
right? It's just yes. But these are like when I saw these on Nick's website, I was like, I had to get them. These are my favorite out of all the lights, are the ones that are the talisman looking ones that say Que Sera Sera. So awesome.
Let's see, even if you don't get a talisman, you get a light. Well, maybe it'll count. It's a light in dark places.
Yes.
Careful with that. It might transport you somewhere. We do disclaimer. We can't.
Yes. Greek. Give me a second. Let me.
Oh yeah, hang on. I'll get it, Dana.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. You can keep talking about the lights. I will get one.
Yes.
I'll get yours and mine for sure.
And then and they change color. Like it comes with Nick gives you this little remote that comes with it, and it changes to like 6 bunch of different colors, and you can have it like fade in and out of the colors. It could stay solid. It blank like it's so freaking cool. So freaking cool. But you like this one, James? This one's cool, right?
Yeah, that one's badass.
Right? And he even did such a good job on the Walking Dead lights too. The Walking Dead lights were really cool as well. He did D&D ones for me. What we had Walking Dead ones. We did Stranger Things, Yellow Jackets. I'm trying to remember. I feel like I'm forgetting some. I feel like I'm forgetting something. But yeah, whenever we do shows, I'm like, Nick, can you make me a light box out of this? Can you make a light box out of this picture? But the Walking Dead ones were really cool. Those were fun to give away. Lost. Thank you. I knew I was forgetting one. But yes. And even if you're just in my Discord, the links to everybody's Discords are under the collective. If you just scroll up to the top of my Discord, you'll see like the directory that says the collective. You can find everybody's Discords in there as well. So you have the link, you have the description. They're in the description of the video. Scarlet. See, Scarlet's. I'm not good at this stuff. It would have taken me forever to drop links. But yes, you can see this, like, just so freaking cool. And they're big. Like I wasn't expecting them to be as big as they were. Like they're a nice size light. Like it's not small. Like it's just so big. I can't brag enough about you, Nick. And talk about an easy person to work with. Anybody who can just like say yes to me and just create stuff. I'm sold. I just send Nick like, can you do this? I will try. Great. And he does it. Just like Nick, I cannot wait to show off the tavern that you made me for D&D. Like oh yes, and all Miguel saying all of his monsters that you printed for him. Thank you very much. All of your 3D printed monsters. But yes, so this is and we have a few different varieties of the lights. This is just one of the lights that Nick did this season. So, but awesome stuff.
Yeah, so there are all the links for Mondana's and James's Discord. It looks like yes, Miss Greeky. I see her in mine, and I think she got in yours as well, Dana. I think it all worked. I was making sure I got it to work too. I was like, I was gonna tell you, don't thank me too soon. So I messed it up. But it worked. Awesome.
There you go. Yes.
So
Nick,
see, we got all kinds of lights. See, we got lots more. So the talisman's pretty freaking awesome. Check this one out, guys. Got the talisman with the crows hanging out. A nice little circle to put up.
Yes, that's another awesome one. And I like this one because the colors really pop, like through the white.
Yeah, because you can put all these different colors like different ways, just like the other lights that y'all have seen Nick do in the past. They got the different LED colors you can put on there.
Yes. And it's like, I think like 5 colors, like yellow, red, blue, green. It changes to a bunch of different colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the crows.
So that one's pretty cool. And let's see, because we got a few more of the lights. This one I actually do. I really like this one. I don't know what, maybe the yellow one, the way it pops, I like. Yes. I do like this one.
It's so good.
I don't know why I want that on a t-shirt.
Ooh.
I don't know why. I don't know why I like it. I don't know what it is with the hanging of the bottles, man. I don't know. I just like it. And which one do you like so far the best? Do you like James? You like just the talisman, or you like the crows on it? You like just
so far probably the first one, the talisman.
You like this one the best so far?
Probably. That's a pretty cool one. They're all good. They're all good.
Right?
So freaking cool.
And we got this one, which was like what, kind of from last season-ish, the way they did.
Yes, I call it the traditional. because it's just the traditional kind of from logo with the symbol and the O, which is cool. And again, the colors just pop through the white.
Mm-hmm.
So it's another just cool kind of that. Oh my God, that one's on my wall. I have one of those on my wall. So freaking cool.
This one is really cool. You can tell who he made it for, all you guys.
Yes, now it's not a light box. It is just it's just kind of like the stand for now, but Nick did say if somebody wants to add the components to it to make it turn it into a light
Oh, okay.
box, it you can. So like the room is there for you to do so, but as of right now it's just a standing sign.
It's still cool because it's for
It's
the
a Frumley.
family.
Right?
That's neat.
It is. It's so freaking cool. I wouldn't
think
even
what
think to do something like that.
Actually, that would be really cool. I mean, t-shirt, anything, to be fair. It'd be pretty cool to have it on.
Yes, we can maybe possibly remember that for next seasons.
I know we'll have to. Yep. Really all of that stuff. Some of the things that he did. Like, could you imagine having Tabitha go no 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 on a t-shirt?
Right?
Or something like that. That'd be fun.
It is so cool. So freaking cool. But yeah, that could just go on your desk. It can go wherever you want to just rock the Frumley.
Nice.
Those were pretty awesome. Now, these are the keychains for they're going to be the kind of runner-up prize. So anybody who gets drawn for a runners-up and doesn't necessarily get a prize, you will at least get these awesome keychains.
And who knows? There's enough possibly that everybody just gets one.
Possibly.
As long as you put your
possibly.
name in the hat, you possibly get one. Maybe.
Yes.
We'll have to see how many folks actually enter, and how much Dana has left, because I know the keychains we got. You said you had quite a few of those.
Yes, I do. And he did them in a bunch of different colors. So I have the traditional kind of color, which is like this gray. And then he just kind of played around with some other colors. And they're almost like a rainbow. Like what's like, I don't know. They like one side like green.
It changes with like the light or something.
Yeah, like really, really cool. This one looks blue, but if you look at it in a different light, it could almost seem green.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool. Got lost in your book.
What book?
What book were you reading?
It must have been a good one. She got lost in it. What kind of
Right?
story was it?
Right?
Was it like, the one where the dude's got like the perfect abs, but he's a bad guy?
Right? Is it the kind with like Fabio on the cover?
What kind of story was it? Was it the Chromonocle? She found the Chromonocle.
Yes.
Tricolored filament, yeah. He was talking about the colors on the
Oh
keychain.
yes. Definitely. So like I said, even if you're just a runner-up, we will be giving stuff to you guys. So
what's up, birds? Hey, James. We're doing awesome. Thank you for asking. Hope you're doing well. We missed you as well.
absolutely.
Got another. Oh, I got a German Shepherd. Oh,
What's up, birds?
Awesome.
been busy. I know it's been crazy, right? It feels like the time has been flying by, and I know we've all been busy. But it's a puppy dog. It's a doggy.
I know. A German Shepherd was on my list before I got my dog. It was one of the runnings. We were thinking about a German Shepherd, but instead we got a Beauceron.
What, pop-up book of phobias? Ooh, reminds me of the evil pop-up book we had.
I was
what you're reading,
just
Vic?
thinking of that.
What is your third book of? Oh, a third or 3 body problem. We'll get to the season. The
Yes,
end of the year.
Vic actually put something up in the Discord that it looks like you're going to get it the end of this year. They're
That's
done.
what they're saying.
They've wrapped.
Yep. They're saying the end of the years, which they're saying. I got almost pretty much all the screenshots. Hopefully we'll get a after from. I'll try to do something on 3 body problems on the last season. Get us all refreshed.
Yes, and
And
you can answer
maybe
my
help
questions
Dana get
finally.
excited. I got to get her into it like she gets me into things, right? We pump each other
Oh,
up.
I'm so excited.
I know you are. You can't wait.
Was that good enough? Did
Yeah,
that
it's
pass the
perfect.
test?
It's
Okay.
perfect.
Yay, 3 body problem. So awesome. We'll see. We'll see. If I can understand it better, maybe I'll like it more. I just don't know if I didn't like it just because I had so many questions and I was so friggin' confused that like I don't know, maybe I was too lost in it to really be able to enjoy it. Yeah, no pun intended. But we'll see. I still have my notebook is waiting, Scarlet. I have my notebook with all my original questions. So it's there.
Nice.
Vic tried to explain some of it to me and it did kind of help,
Mhm.
but I still just have some
A few questions.
Yeah.
That's fine. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yes.
What's up, Billy? Welcome, welcome, hun.
Yes. What's up, Billy?
It's pretty simple, Dana. It's just a 3 body problem. I mean,
What are you trying to say, James?
And she threatened you earlier.
You know my brain doesn't comprehend sci-fi that great.
I don't know.
Look, hang on. I gotta between the 2 of them.
No, it's
I'm just kidding.
Remember, I got the goods on you now, James.
Oh God!
Remember,
We get back in milk.
remember, I could easily.
Damn, she's just went straight for the jugular. Holy fuck!
Right,
man. It's
Damn,
like,
James.
hand me the knife. Why? I just want to cut the cake. I swear.
Right?
Next thing you know, your throat slit and you're just bleeding out on the floor.
I know
Oh, shit.
things. I know things.
Well, you know what else we know? These awesome giveaways from Nick. We got so many more to show off.
Yes.
Like these awesome items right here.
Yes, these are the round coasters that he made. They're just like a bunch of random designs. So which ones you guys get, there is no guarantee. You will just get 4 designs, but it's just going to be random at that point of I'm going to grab them. I'm going to make them. There won't be duplicates, but I'm going to just, so
It'll be a mystery. You just don't know. I
Yes.
mean, you can kind of see, but you just don't know which one.
And it'll be a set of 4. So you will get it in a set of 4 like the other coasters.
It's pretty neat. Got all different kinds, some with different kind of colors on them. That's pretty cool.
Yes. My favorite is the black and white one, the very first one at the top with like the little silhouettes and like the forest. Out of all of them, that one's my favorite.
Did I miss some things? I feel like there was more in the box than what I'm about to show. Did I miss some pictures?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna go with the next set of coasters, and I'll show what.
Well, this was for Mr. James, so we are not giving these away. We're just showing those off because these are something that he loves the Expanse. So these were a little something for James.
Yeah, and they're awesome. They're all unique. It's awesome.
Right? I've seen Expanse, but a very long time ago. So I don't know. I don't remember the reference to all. And that was actually a sci-fi show I enjoyed. It was very rare that I actually enjoyed The Expanse. I watched it and I enjoyed it and I liked it.
Yeah, this is all badass. I mean, he's got pretty much everything you could almost think of, all right there. So badass. I mean, I think, like Scarlet said, there's no words to even express the
Right?
awesome.
You get speechless. You're just like, oh, that's perfect.
Right? James
Perfect.
loves him some Expanse.
It is, and I haven't seen it. It's one I need to watch because I know I hear a lot about it. But man, it looks cool. Like the coasters look cool. Makes me want to watch it because I'm like,
right.
what is that? It looks like factions and all kinds of crazy bits in space, almost like space patches or something, but not. So it's really cool. I actually kind of like it.
Well, James, you've always said like this is definitely one of your top kind of sci-fi shows, and you love the way they explain the sci-fi, and that if anything were ever to be the closest to what we might experience, it would be The Expanse.
Yeah, something like The Expanse. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's just good. You know, I know it's not for everybody, but it's one of my favorite shows. As far as I'm just a big space buff kind of universe, stars, planets, you know, space, sci-fi. I'm really into sci-fi just as much as I'm into horror and stuff. So yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
Yes.
Amazing.
Right, and did such a good job. Like the colors, like you can look at that picture and read stuff. Like to me, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Because I have ordered stuff and that's blurry, it comes messed up, it looks smudged. These are great.
Yeah, and it's just like I say, the different ones, you know. There's so many different ones, and every one of them means something. Like I know what they mean. Other people, if you haven't watched the show, you probably don't. But you know, it's the different spaceships and Sirius Station. You got that's a place where they stayed, like had a city. So names of the ships and the factions. Yeah, it's badass. It's badass, man.
So cool, so cool. And I was like, you can hang some on your wall. Like he made this little like Lost coaster. I don't use it as a coaster. It's hanging on my wall because I just love it. And it's like, it's what's his name? Oh my God, why can't I think of his name?
Dexter.
Not Penny. Not Penny's boat.
What?
No, not Desmond for Lost. Oh my
I
God,
lost
what?
them.
Debbie, his name is escaping me. Oh my God, I'm having like a stoner moment.
Is it our Michael Emerson?
No,
Oh.
or not Penny's boat, dude.
Oh,
You are everybody. The band. Debbie, I know Debbie will pop in with the answer. I don't know what I'm having a stoner moment. I apologize. Charlie, thank you. I knew somebody would. Daryl said it. Oh, Charlie. Oh my God. I am sorry. And that's really bad for me. That's really bad for me.
oh no!
Don't smoke and stream, guys.
Or do
Don't-
more. You never know.
Don't smoke and stream. Be responsible. Be responsible. Yep. So those are the little thingies, the coasters for James, and then there was something in the box for you.
I know, and I was so happy. It is like one of my top favorite games of all time. So I enjoy it, Nick. Thank you so much. It's beautiful.
You were like excited.
I was so happy. Really, there was no words. I was like, oh. As soon as she started to pull it out, I was like, oh, it's Bioshock. I was like, oh shit. It was perfect. So thank you so much, man. I cannot wait to see it lit up. And I get to pick the green. I want to see if I can get like a cool green on it, maybe, or even a cool blue. We'll see. Maybe like a gray. I don't know. I don't know what color I would have put in the backdrop for it.
Decisions. No, but that was really, really cool. But yes, that is pretty much the plethora of stuff we're going to be giving away. So you guys kind of get an idea, so you could remember to, stay tuned, because you're not going to want to miss any of these giveaways.
And you'll have a t-shirt? Is that going to be?
I almost forgot the t-shirts.
Well, hang on. I got to bring those up. They're in a different, I believe, folder.
It's okay.
Oh, God.
Yes, the t-shirts are pretty friggin' awesome, too.
Oh, yeah, they are greatest thing ever when I figure out where I put them. There they are.
Yes. So
There it is. Look, oh, it's awesome. They're my favorite band of all time. They're touring this season.
yes,
The
so
Uncooies.
we're going to be giving away a total of 12 t-shirts. We're going to do 3 streams. I'm most likely going to do the t-shirts, the premiere, the finale, and we're going to have a special stream for my birthday because From's fallen on my birthday this year. So we're going to have a birthday party From stream giveaway. So
Possibly a pizza party.
possibly, you never know.
You never know. Pile into the Discord, watch an episode in honor of Dana and last season's pizza parties. So I would enjoy that.
Like and my birthday is so fucking weird falling on Memorial Day. Like I think only being like with you, Scarlet, kind of, and you last year, James, it's the only time I've ever really celebrated my birthday on my birthday. Cause it's on Memorial Day typically, and nobody's ever around because people are away doing stuff. So I've always had to do stuff either the week before or the week after. But with you, Scarlet, I get to celebrate my birthday on my birthday. And it's gonna be fun. It's gonna
Oh
be
yeah.
fun.
It's a party and you're all invited. I can't wait to celebrate. Some
Right?
pizza, some drinks, some from. Celebrate Dana's birthday, folks, for all that she does for us. It's good times.
Right? And I don't know, it's and I'm getting old, folks. I'm getting old. I don't like it. I don't like it. So if anybody asks, I'm turning 21. And I will it's okay. That's what I'm going with. I'm sticking to it. And that's it. I'm turning legal again. For like the 5th year in a row.
It's fine. You're gonna get smashed all over again. Woo, drinks all around.
Right? Let's go. Let's go.
Just like it was your first time.
Yes. So, and we had a few to choose from, and we kind of decided that this was the shirt this season. That we voted and we picked, and so this is what James, Scarlet, and I decided for you guys. And I will be ordering them to your size. So whatever size you are, you just have to let me know when you go to claim it, and I will order that size for you. I believe it goes from a small all the way up to a 4X. And just let me know. And with the giveaways, this is another thing I want to let you guys know. I will be shipping everything out once the season is over and everybody kind of claims their prizes. So it worked out fine last year. Nobody gave me any issues, just because I don't want to have to ship, at 10 different times throughout the season, because we're going to be busy with a lot of stuff. So at the end of the season, after everybody claims their prize, I'm going to do one big ship out, and I will let you guys know when that happens. And so it's going to be at the end of the season. So you just got to be patient and wait for the season to be over. But everybody who hangs out here knows I definitely ship the prizes. You will not be gypped. You will not be lied to or we do it here. You will have your prize in your hand.
Oh yeah.
Right?
It's always fun to see when you guys get your prizes. Some of you guys posted in the Discord and stuff like that. So it's always fun to see, to know that you guys got it. It got there safe and sound.
Yes, there we go. I revealed the truth.
Oh no, I won't highlight it, Dana.
It's okay. Well, Vic said hers and Jen said hers, so they didn't make me feel as bad. It seems like you guys are around my age, so I feel better now. I feel better. Shut up. You're older than all of us, so you have no right to say anything.
Who are you talking?
Miguel. He just called me
I didn't
old.
know who the hell she was talking. I was like, holy shit.
Miguel's
I was
calling
like,
me
I know she's
old.
talking to me because I'm younger. I'm like, I'm sitting here looking at James like, James, did you say something?
Yeah.
Did I miss it? I was like, holy fuck.
No. Miguel, but he's, no matter what age we get to, he's always going to get there first. So he could call me old all he wants. All he wants. But yeah, so that is pretty much all of the stuff. I think we went
Whoop,
through it
whoop,
all.
all the giveaways to come.
Yes. So much stuff.
Right?
It's gonna be fun this season. It's gonna be so fun.
I know we got a lot of things. All the roundtable discussions, the watch parties, and giveaways, cameos that we'll get. All the different.
Yeah,
things.
we got a good lineup with us this year for some of the content creator roundtables. We have some new creators like the PT channel. I forget. I have to look at my list. We're gonna be setting something up with Fate Decided. He might not be on for the roundtable discussion because Mondays are really hard for him because he's big into sports as well and has a big sports channel. But he wants to do something with us, so we might do a special stream with him. We're gonna have back, JH and who else are we gonna have? Miss K will be joining with us. BabyKlay will be joining with us. The movie blog will be joining at some point. We have and Tony Teflon will actually be with us for the premiere because our schedules just never synced up last season. So I reached out to him again this season, and we're definitely going to do something for the premiere. Mr. Doc Kaiju is going to be joining with us for some panels. Miss Jen, the teacher, is going to be joined now that she's a content creator. She's doing stuff, so she's official like. So she's going to be joining with us. Hopefully, Jeremy will be joining with us, and we all just want to send our thoughts and prayers out to Jeremy and what he's kind of going through with his family, and we're thinking of him, and we're very, very sorry, and we hope that everything works out for Jeremy. But hopefully, he will also be able to join us this season, and but just everybody just kind of send your thoughts and prayers out to Jeremy. He needs it this time around, and but I have a list. And we will. Girl, I've been official. But yes, so we're gonna have a bunch of people with us, and if you guys know also of any content creators that you want me to try to get on one of the discussions, Scarlet has a channel in her Discord for you to put requests of content creators if like I missed or anything like that who cover From. I primarily try to stick with the people who talk about From, obviously. So anybody you want me to try to, it's how we wrangled James. It's how I snagged him. Right, James? It's just
because of From.
right. Are you regretting it? You don't regret it. You love
That
it.
and them awesome New York bagels.
Yeah.
It was the bagels that really sealed the deal, right?
Yeah. She knows how to seal the deal.
I know how to woo. I wooed you, James. I said, come to the dark side. We have bagels, and they're really good. They're really good. And then you made my mother fall in love with you.
Oh yeah.
So you got Mama Susie wrapped around your little finger. You got her tomato sauce. You got
she's ready to marry.
She sure is. She sure is. It's the man with the sexy voice.
Oh.
Mama Susie loves you. And she will be joining us at some point this season to talk about From. Because I know
we gotta get her thoughts before the season starts.
Yes. Well, once her eyeballs heal.
I mean, she's a pirate right now.
Yes. She's a pirate right now.
But when she comes back, she'll be upgraded Bionic Lady.
She is. I said you're almost like fresh off like the factory line at this point. I was like, we're just replacing these parts.
Right? Like they're newer than us. How did that work out?
Right? That's what I told her. I said, at this point, you're only like a couple of years old. I was like, we're going to start from scratch. Right? Yes. Mama Susie the pirate. But yes, we have a lot of things things going on this season. So many things. So many things.
All the bits.
And I think
I know. Like I said, I've been going crazy. I keep going through episodes and trying to remember like what we know, like what we actually know, what we think we know, and what we kind of made up in our heads.
yes.
It ain't been going too good, Dana. I had to sleep it off this morning, which is why I had a late stream. Like I was supposed to stream like 11 o'clock my time. It was like 2 o'clock. I got up
Well,
late.
I mean, you're really like cooking on some ideas. You gotta
I don't know what it means.
put them all together
I
now.
don't know what it means, Dana. I don't have the thread in the music box. The piece of shit music box. How
So,
can it connect so many things but then mean nothing?
right? So do you guys hope that maybe we get an answer to the bile this season? Do you think we'll ever get an answer to the bile? James, you think it's something that they'll ever kind of fill in for us, or it might be one of those things that come the end of the season, it might just not be something they ever answer?
Good question. Maybe we'll find out, but it definitely could be a thing that we just have to go with what they give us, and make up our own mind if we have questions about it. So that's the thing, how much, like the stuff Scarlet, or me or anybody might start thinking that means something, and then, well, does it, and then you find out maybe it don't. It's just, I guess that's the fun of the show, though, trying to figure all that out.
Mm-hmm.
What means something and what don't mean nothing.
Well, we've seen him use the bile on the bullets, correct? And that didn't work. Do you have any thoughts on what you think it might be, or what it could possibly lead to, if anything?
If I guess my theory at the moment is something like, because it's a yellow bile, it means the monsters and the men in yellow are on the same side of the game.
Okay.
That kind of thing, maybe. Not that it's, if anything, it's a little man in yellow magic got squirted on there.
Right. No, I think it's somehow tied to the man in yellow, the bile, or a representation of him. Because they were reborn, like Smiley was reborn, just the way like they talked about the pact. So it could be like part of his influence or control over them. Because, the blood, and instead it's yellow bile. Because what if this motherfucker starts bleeding red or something? I mean, yellow, that'd be crazy.
Well, he used it thinking it was going to do something to the monsters. And I didn't really think that, just because it came from the monsters. So I was like, I don't see how something within the monsters could possibly harm the monsters. But what if it's not meant to harm the monsters, but meant to harm the man in yellow? He used it kind of right, but just on the wrong person.
Could, maybe. I just assumed the cicadas ate up everything else but that, because that was part of the man in yellow. And the cicadas were part of the man in yellow too, so that's why they didn't want that part. I don't really know. It doesn't make any sense, Dana.
Right? So I thought maybe that he had the kind of right idea, just the wrong monster. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I think you're onto something, but I didn't think it was going to work on the monsters. I thought it was maybe going to work on something else. Or possibly he's got it and he's like walking in the caves. What if it gives him access somewhere? Like, if the monsters are in the caves and they're walking around, what if this place is kind of alive or connected to them in a way? Maybe it'll give him access somewhere that regular people can't get. We are talking of a place that could possibly be magical. So maybe it'll give him access to somewhere within From that he wouldn't necessarily have access to without. Like a place only the monsters could roam.
Maybe. It's possible.
Right? So we'll have to wait and see. But I just, it's one, I know people are like dying for like the conclusion to this. Like, what the hell was it? But it could possibly be something we just might never know. I don't know. Just like it also is up there with like the nursery rhyme, right? Like it's been kind of hinted at a few times. Are we ever going to know how Bacta was able to, or how the grandmother knew this like how did this nursery rhyme get out of From?
Right. How is it? Why was it, if it was used outside of From? Again, like if it's warning, is it warning about this place in general? Is it warning about the man in yellow? Like what is it specifically warning about that it would be outside of From if this is just sort of pocketed where like nothing's supposed to be able to escape?
Nick says, I shared a snippet of season 1, episode 8, showing Boyd and family transitioning into Fromland.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Awesome.
Let's see, the background suddenly changes. Like they transported from one room to another almost. Yeah, I've seen it. And I see what you're talking about. It was almost as if like it repeated where they were or something. Like the background just looped is the way I took it when I watched it. What you put in the Discord.
Oh, Vic, you mean like Vic says, what if it didn't come from outside, but it came inside? Like, do you mean if like her grandma was maybe possibly once in From, or that somebody took the nursery rhyme from, I guess you would say, and that's how, like, that means somebody did get out? We know that it's possible because if Tabitha really did leave From, so could be. That's interesting. I'm just trying to think of like little things that, they're not part of the maid story, but they're still kind of like things we want to know about. I'm trying to think of what else.
Like she just had the memory of it. Maybe grandmother was a former, maybe grandma was supposed to go there or something. Because usually the ones who have the memories of it were people who have been to From before, and they would be reincarnated and possibly go back. I think. I mean, that's the way I think it goes. But who knows with all the fuckery.
Interesting. Just like I wonder if we'll ever learn the purpose of the fallen tree. Like, yes.
I think we will this season. The way they said something about a tree falls for one of the episodes, I'm wondering if that's going to reveal what that is.
Like, what do you take the fallen tree as, James? Do you take that as the literal doorway? Or is it maybe, can we call it a glitch in the system? That, that's just how people get kind of sucked into From? Do you think that possibly the lighthouse and the train tracks that we see the tree is just the newest version of that, since we have people travel by car now?
No, I think the tree is I don't know if you call it a doorway because they turn around and usually go the other way and take an exit and they're in Fromville. But a doorway may be a good word to say, and whether it's the crows that do it or the place or the man in yellow or boy in white, whoever it may be, they're definitely bringing in those certain people, not just random people. It's certain people at certain times. So I do think they have some kind of connection, whether it's an overlay like Pocket Universe or whatever. They I don't know if they can control what happens in the real world, but they can definitely go there and F with it and take things from it, that kind of thing. So I do see it kind of like a doorway kind of thing, because once they're there, they're there. You know.
So do you guys think when they see the tree, are they already in from? Or is it the fact that once they turn around and start to drive away from it, that the entrance is kind of in that vicinity? And do you think somebody actually crossed over the tree, just even if they left their car there and just walked? Obviously, you can't drive through it. That's not possible.
Yeah.
But what if somebody was just like, I'm going to walk straight instead of turning around? Do you think that that would avoid them getting trapped?
No, I think once they're right there in that moment, it doesn't matter about turning around or crossing the tree. They're there. Yeah.
So once they see the tree,
I think
they're
it's
in.
before they even see the tree, because in the first episode, they the kids, all their devices, even the ambulance, when Tabitha comes back in, talks about the GPS goes out and they're in like nowhere. It's nowhere on the GPS, and then they find the tree, right? Or did I mistaken that?
I'd have to go back and watch.
I want to say with the kids, they were like talking about they didn't have service or something.
Well, like Julie, I'm pretty sure as far as the Julie side of things, she lost reception on her phone after they saw the tree.
Okay, so it was after. Okay, well then it would have to be after.
But I'm not sure of the other.
I couldn't remember. I guess why I was like, well, I thought it was before, but if not, then it would have to be then the tree is. Sorry.
But I do think they're effed, you know, they're already in from once they're at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they turned and ran through the woods, you know, they just started running through the woods, whatever, they're there.
She lost reception right before, so you think like it's kind of like you're driving and you're going to get to a point you're in from, and then you see the tree. Possibly.
I can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back and watch, because I thought they got lost reception before, but now I can't remember for sure. Either way, y'all are right. By the time they get to the tree, for sure they're screwed. I just can't remember. What I'm trying to figure out is if it is right at the tree, they lose contact. Because if it's not, then the tree might have more to do with, again, part of the story. Because they keep telling them that in order to get to the end, they have to go back to the beginning. And when the tree stops them, it forces them to go back to get to somewhere. So I don't know if that's part of it. So like either way, they're getting there, but the tree is like a marker to indicate sort of whatever the story is. I don't know.
I'm with you guys. I definitely think that once they get to the tree, they're already there, and no matter what they do, whether they cross over the tree, try to walk around the tree, they're already kind of like, that's the sign that they're in from. But now it's interesting. Why do you think the tree is different for everybody? And like, are you, does that kind of shock you a little bit that everybody seems to see a different tree instead of like the tree being the same tree for everybody?
They're in different parts of the country, so it's just a tree, you know, that's the thing, you know, it's maybe just a local tree right there, just like any other tree.
So it's kind of like melding with wherever they're coming in from.
Yeah, seemingly.
Okay, what's everybody saying in the chat? With the scene I'm referencing, I looked at the Matthew scene and Julie lays on a couch, loses reception, Jim and Tabitha talk for a moment, and then the tree. Okay. Oh, so that's because, okay, interesting.
I thought that's how that scene went, but I couldn't remember for sure. So yeah, so it's again, because I thought they lost, it was like they lose reception, and I'll have to go back and see the one when Tabitha comes back in the ambulance, because I thought they were talking about how they lost the GPS and couldn't find anything, but I couldn't remember if that was before or after the tree or both.
Yep, so they're just in from even earlier.
And the scene earlier, Nick, you were talking about with Boyd, family coming in, and you were showing how it looked weird in the background. Like I said, to me it looked like it looped, and then it was like they ran into the trees. So it could be some weird like, I don't know how to explain it fully, but yeah, there's something weird about that. That's why I'm saying, like, if they're already kind of entering before the tree, what is, again, like Danny asked, what is the significance of the tree itself falling, and what does it do? And every time it makes them what? Turn around and go back. So I don't know why that phrase sticks out, only because of the fact that they say certain phrases, I feel like, in the show a couple times in different ways. And I don't know if that's just actually hinting at something or it just happens as coincidence. But I can't remember who it was. I think it was Victor. But one of them said something about an order. I think he was talking about the boy in white, maybe, but it was talking about you have to go back to the beginning to get to the end, or in order to get to the end, you have to go back to the beginning. And it's almost like they're having to go back, to get somewhere. So I don't know if it's kind of like the same thing. They're having to go back to the beginning, even though the town is not the beginning itself.
Okay.
They're not getting to the end. I don't know. It's weird. Something about them having to always go back. Like, nobody's ever tried to go forward or anything. It's always stopped them and made them go back and go back around to get to town. So I don't know why. I don't like Tabitha, or when Jade was talking to Tabitha, we were going to that clip last night. She's like, well, what does that mean? I don't know.
True. It's just it's interesting to think about. So Scarlet, you said you think they'll explain the fallen tree this season?
I think so, because I forget who it was when you guys posted in the Discord the episode titles, and one of them said something about a fallen tree. Yeah, we do have a fallen tree, and I know a lot of people think it might be Victor chopping down a tree, because we saw him beginning to chop down one of the trees. But I don't think he will. It seemed like the boy in white kind of convinced him to not do that. And we've kind of been hearing them talk about how this is supposed to be a revolutionary season with all these kinds of reveals. Well, this is, something that, like, again, what is the significance of a tree falling? And that came later. I think that was like the second half of the season, that episode.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just another interesting kind of concept to think about.
Yeah, and what Nick's saying is interesting. I'll have to check that episode back out and look for that, because, like he said, it could be the entrance to From is why it changed. So if that is the case, that's really really interesting detail, that we couldn't have known at the time while we were watching that moment. So that's cool. That's a cool thing.
Right. But do you think that possibly the tree is kind of the newest version of the entryway because of how we've transitioned from boat to train
Well,
to car?
didn't the cave, again, probably remembering wrong, but didn't the cave drawing of the boat on the water, maybe like how the first people came in, wasn't there a tree across the water stopping the boat?
I'm not too sure.
So, it could have been a tree even then. Horse and buggy and everything, whatever,
Oh, yeah. Very true. Very true. Because we do see when they get to Cannibal Village that there are, indications that they had horses. You could see kind of like the horses' reins kind of hanging around, and like carriages that would have been drawn by a larger animal. So I wonder if when we do flashbacks, if they're going to show horses and From that would be pretty interesting. That would definitely be pretty interesting. Another thing, like, do you think that the structures will ever be explained? Like how we have stuff like the houses, like the electricity going from nowhere. I'm just trying to think of like little things that aren't necessarily going to be a big reveal, but that you kind of hope we get answers for. Are you curious to know kind of where the electricity comes from, where the houses came from? Why is there a hotel sign but no hotel?
Right. And I think some of that they will, and I'm kind of curious to see if this is going to be the season to kind of reveal a lot of those bits, because if we kind of guess that there's not going to have too many seasons after this one, it seems like a lot of that stuff is going to be answered. They're talking about knowledge comes at a cost for this season. Again, that might indicate that we are going to get a lot more answers for things that didn't make sense before. Maybe not, we're going to figure it all out and solve it, but at least kind of figure out why, more of the puzzle pieces to connect these threads. I mean, Jade's constantly talking about the threads, how they connect, the pieces. We're only getting a few pieces. Boyd talked about with the music box, it's like looking at a user's manual or something like that, but missing pages. I'm assuming they're going to start filling in those pages at some point, and this would be a season to do at least a good bit of them.
Okay.
Like you said, especially with the town, the tree, things that are not explained through a way with the nursery rhyme or the kids, like again, like you said, why are we pulling in towns? The one they have, not to mention that they have images of like where Victor or his sister drew possibly like the Ferris wheel and stuff like that, but we don't see a Ferris wheel. So if all the stuff they drew was just stuff for them to remember, stuff they saw, why do we have certain images of certain things that look like they came from another time period that we haven't seen yet?
True. They're saying some interesting stuff in the chat. I'll start with Miss Jen, the teacher. I see says they haven't explored walking the railroad tracks. They haven't. Now, I don't know if we've seen the railroad tracks again since we've seen the Matthews come into town. I know that we see them drive over the train tracks, but I don't know if we've seen the train tracks anywhere else, like through the forest or through somewhere where they've stumbled across train tracks. I believe the only time we ever saw the train tracks was when the Matthews first entered. If I'm not mistaken.
I think so. And that could again be kind of catered, like James was saying, to where they're entering. And it kind of doing that loop or something that it's doing, like it did with Boyd and them. And that's why we saw the train tracks and they disappear or whatever.
Okay. Okay. Miss Debbie says the railroad tracks prove that we're dealing with multiple dimensions / worlds / timelines or whatever they want to call it. I was calling it dual worlds with a liminal space between. Okay. Okay. Mr. Darrell says, I've looked at it. Julie talks about not being able to use her phone after the tree, but for all we know, her phone stopped working just before they saw the tree. Okay. Miss Vic says, because it's an alternate dimension. It's a pocket dimension. It's a pocket dimension. And I think this was for you, James. Mr. Robert says, the cave drawing does have a black F laying across the water, and many believe the Fs represent trees, like the F symbol on the talisman. Okay. So maybe, yeah, they saw the fallen tree like when they got onto shore or when they're like walking or traveling. So maybe. Then Mr. Darrell says, Acosta was freaking out about the buildings in the town in season 3. We'll get those answers. You think Acosta is going to stumble onto something, or it's just going to be in the reveal kind of due to flashbacks? Like, are we going to see just like the houses pop up? Like, I wonder how the reveal is going to be when it is revealed. That's going to be interesting.
Yo, you got the free truck.
It's definitely going to be interesting. Yes, excuse if you hear Miguel chattering in the background. They're playing, what are you playing? Grand Theft Auto. So he's chatting in the background. But let's see what else we got. Miss Jen, the teacher says, we assume that the man in yellow is the villain or big bad from multiple cycles. Maybe there is a different man in yellow type character for each cycle. Maybe Colonial Lady is the man in yellow. Who's Colonial Lady? You mean Kimono Lady? That and now we're possibly seeing Boyd transition into that type of character. I know, and that's interesting. You actually bring up something interesting. So Scarlet, James, do you guys think that Boyd might actually be turning into like something like the man in yellow, maybe the possible next monster, or something like the kimono lady and the man in yellow? Do you think we're kind of seeing Boyd's transition into a monster? What do you guys think?
I don't know if in like the actual literal sense. Maybe like in his personality and stuff like that, like he's changing his behavior, but I don't know if he's gonna actually change into a monster, like the
Okay.
monsters that we see walking around at night, or even Man in Yellow. But it's possible.
What about you, James? Do you think we're kind of seeing Boyd possibly turning into this cycle's man in yellow? If that's kind of a cool theory to think about.
Yeah.
This
I
gen.
mean, I think there's some pros and cons as far as there's things that says it could be that and things that maybe are against it. But, just the poster, even adds to that theory, just the way they did the man in yellow behind him, it could just be that they're going to be battling, or is it that he's becoming him, that kind of thing. So, I don't know. I would probably say no, but I'm not fully bought into like each cycle. Like there's a man in yellow, like that would be Boyd, and the monsters maybe even change out, get to pick a new body or something to inhabit or skin. I mean, I don't know. We don't know all the rules. There's just a lot of different theories. So it'll be interesting, when we start watching the show to see how they play out.
Okay. Yeah, that is an interesting kind of theory, especially when like Robert with like his color theory. I wonder if they're using yellow to kind of, I don't know, maybe mess with us in a sense and make that kind of comparison, or is it actual like something literal? Especially, and I love in the trailer in the opening, he's like, I feel I'm changing.
Right. And I think it's kind of like how, like, they even show him in the mirror. Fatima did the mirror. I think it's more just showing how, like, because Fatima, she gave birth to a monster. She did not turn herself into a monster, but she did change, right? She's not the light that she used to be. They kind of broke her down, and now we see her more violent. And even what they show in the trailer, like, she's raging now. Father Cautry, or the fake Father Cautry, was talking to Boyd about that too, saying, this place just wants to change you, and it looks like it has. It looks like it's working. So I don't know if he's going to fully change into a monster, but definitely changing into a person that maybe you wouldn't have been had this place not forced you to make choices that you probably wouldn't have made in your real everyday life. Because they fucked with him. They made him make the choice with Randall. And they were like, here, take the keys. You can save them, but we get Randall. You got to make a choice. And he did. And that messed with him for a bit. Got to sit there and watch Tien Chen. Even though he thought, and he did, he made the choice to go out there and save the animals because he thought he was doing what was right for him. And to be fair, he wouldn't do anything wrong. But the place uses those decisions to kind of fuck with him.
Okay. Interesting to think about. But I so many questions, just so many questions. I do hope that when this show's over, I hope they do something for From like they did for Lost, giving us that book and that kind of like encyclopedia of like kind of everything within the show. It doesn't maybe have to be such an in-depth breakdown, like the bottles in the bar might not have meaning like they did in Lost, but maybe just a kind of like a information guide once everything's kind of said and done. I think that would be really cool.
And yeah, Jen, I'm with you. I think Martin is the man in yellow and he tricked Boyd. We were talking about that the other night. I'm gonna try to get a video together maybe, but yeah, there's so much, not just that, but Father Cautry that comes back, Tom, or the little boy on the phone, the radio, all that I think is the man in yellow. or if not the man in yellow, then it's whatever's controlling all of them, whatever the big entity is, because all of those things talk so much the same. They know things or repeating things. Even the monsters are that characters are saying when nobody's around that should be able to hear it. That's a high level of power. And it's weird. So yeah, I'm definitely, Martin's just sus all around. No way, even if he knew Julie, okay, I mind you, Julie, it can be explained how he knew who Julie was when she walked up in there, because we don't know where Julie's all been. It don't make no sense with Abby, because what he said that Abby said was during the time she was shooting at people. You gonna tell me he was right there with an earshot of her like speaking? She wasn't yelling it. She was like softly talking, kind of like to Boy. I mean, not soft, but you know what I mean? She wasn't like projecting what she said in her tone.
Okay.
He would have had to been right there to hear it. How did he hear that? What if Abby was right and it's all just a dream? Like, right, didn't she say that during, or am I confused? And that might be where I'm messing that up, but I could have sworn she said that to him right as she was capping folks.
Yes, she thought that by shooting everybody, she was waking everybody up. That it was all just a dream, and this was actually going to wake people up.
There, I want to believe that Martin is just Martin, but again, I go back to mostly that Abby, the fact that he specifically said what she said, and there wasn't nobody around. There's no way that Martin was around. You could tell. So Martin was he was hanging out right outside a frame. We couldn't see him, but and she wasn't projecting that. That was like something that only somebody within like so many feet would have heard her.
Oh, absolutely. Martin could just be Martin. Clara could just be Clara. But there's also a chance that there might actually be something more to them. You know, we don't know. We just honestly don't know. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with them, if they do anything with them. And it's fun to think about. I like thinking about stuff like that. Because with this kind of show, you don't know. So it's just fun to kind of like think outside the box, so to speak. But yeah, they could be just who they are.
I'm with you, Vic. That means Martin is one of these things, right, Vic? Because he knew things he shouldn't know. Martin knows something he shouldn't. Big whoop. That's a mystery, but he's good. Okay, but you got to explain, though, how he's good, because he ended up giving Boyd the worms that caused the thing to tell Sarah, ha, 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 you led me right back to town. It's just there's too many, like, pointers at Martin that make me curiouser and curiouser to not trust him.
Yeah, but that's what they want with this kind of show.
Look, I'll be fine when it all comes out, Dana, and Martin was just Martin. I'd be like, well, damn it. It was just Martin.
I'm with you, because I feel the same way about Clara. I'm very okay if she gets capped off this season like Tilly, and we just come to find out, yeah, okay, she was just a random person. But it's fun thinking about the possibilities of the connection, even if they're not there. Listen, I've heard crazier friggin' from theories and more wild from theories than what I say about Clara and what you've been saying about the man in yellow. At least we're kind of within the show. I've heard some wild stuff, some wild friggin' theories that I'm like, I don't even know how you would get to that point. So it's just fun to think about the different kind of things that it could possibly be. And it's fun to bring people together, because what I think about Clara, you guys didn't think of. What you're kind of thinking about the man in yellow, we're not thinking of. James talks about stuff that we're like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I didn't think of that. Like, it's just different kind of ways to think about the same show that we're watching and how crazy it is. We all see different things.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Well, some people think Boyd is bad. I don't think he's bad, but I don't know. Like, there's just something about poor old Martin. I just can't quite, because especially if the man in yellow is attached to whatever the cicadas, worms, music box type situation is, and he got brought back to town, then it's possible he was trapped there, and that Martin was just a physical sort of like manifestation of him. And he, the whole time, he did just want Martin to help release him, and the way to do that was, to slit the wrist and kind of thing. You got to put
Right?
it on the arm and the wrist, and you just the blood on blood. There was something so like ritual about it with the music box and stuff that it seemed planned. And
Oh
now
yes.
knowing that Julie pops up and he's just like, "Oh hey Julie, by the way, you mind grabbing that rope for me?" Martin was like, "Yeah, I'll help you." How was Martin ever going to help him? Because he was even like, "Oh, I thought you could just climb up." I was like, "Well, there's a rope here." How was Martin gonna like? He was making a deal with Boyd as if he knew somebody's just gonna pop up and just be able to throw a rope. I mean, you can explain it. Trust me. If they want to make Martin a good character, they can explain it away. It still don't make it any less sus for the way I view it.
I completely understand, because that's exactly the way I feel about Clara. Like, how did she know the things she knows? Like, how and yes, there could be an explanation for it. Could Clara have seen in the dark during Colony House that Julie and Victor ran into the extremely dark woods when you look back at the scene and you could barely see it yourself? Okay, I'll give that to you, but it still doesn't make it less sus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so she saw Julie and Victor run into the woods, but she didn't see the bright ass boy in white friggin' standing only about 10 feet further than them. That she didn't see, that she doesn't mention, but she saw Julie and fucking Victor running into the woods after, so yes, it's still very fucking sus. Martin is extremely fucking sus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is there anybody you think is suspicious, James? Like, if you had to kind of look at everybody in that kind of way, even before Tilly died, did you think Tilly could have possibly been someone sus, like a sus kind of character? Even Donna, as much as you guys know, I'm Team Donna and I will fight for her till the bitter end. She's pretty sus too.
Yeah, I haven't bought into any of the mole theories. Tilly, I didn't sense anything. She did seem to know something about the cards, the tarot cards and stuff, and we never did see the one she was about to turn over and the crow flies in. And yeah, there was some interesting things about her character, but does that make her a mole or something like that? Same thing with Clara. Who knows? She may be something, maybe not, but there's definitely some interesting points that makes you ask those questions to her character. So I don't believe that there's any per se like that, but like you say, several do have questions attached to them, the different characters, from Ethan to Victor to Henry. There's actually almost every character. Christy, Marielle, the bus driver. There's actually questions with almost every character.
Very, very true. Bill Chill says Team Sarah over here. I know. I see Vic is just going to town on Boyd. She just thinks he is just he's not doing good things. I can't blame him for the Elgin thing, because nobody, if that was your family member in that kind of position, none of us can truly say what we would know to get that information out of someone. So I can't blame Boyd for smashing a few fingers, and maybe even possibly going further if Sarah didn't step in. But yes, there are other things that I find very questionable about Boyd's kind of tactics and stuff like that, but I cannot blame him for what he did to Elgin. What about you guys? Do you guys think like that was crossing the line, what he did to Elgin, or was possibly thinking about doing before Sarah kind of stepped in? Do you think that kind of takes away his right to be the quote unquote sheriff in a place like From?
It's hard to say. I mean, I wouldn't say no because this place is crazy, and what was like, and they still truly didn't stop what happened. So one could say they didn't go far enough, fast enough.
Okay. What about you, James? Do you think what he did kind of
Same. I'm kind of same with Scarlet. You know, it just depends on how you want to look at it, I guess. But you know, I think you'd be correct almost no matter which side you got on. Like, did he go too far? Yeah, but in the circumstances, was it worth it? Maybe. You know, it was for him because it was family. You know, as far as that goes, and so it came down to either, okay, are you a stranger? Well, sorry,
But
you
now
know, family
here's
comes first.
another ethical kind of question. Do you think Boyd would have gone that hard for anybody else besides Fatima or his son? Do you think he would have gone that length
Maybe
or
not.
been more like Acosta or somebody else kind of saying there's another way we could do this? Or
I think he would trap him in the room and stuff. I don't know if he'd crush his fingers. You know, I think he would get it down to the point of, you know, yelling and screaming. But in the end, it would be like, well, he just didn't give anything up. You know, if it
Mhm.
was someone that wasn't like Fatima, you know, a family, like you say, if it was another stranger in town, maybe he wouldn't have went all the way as far as crushing fingers.
You're welcome, Vic. I kind of knew that's kind of where you were going with it. That's why I asked the question. Like, so would Boyd in turn be able to get mad at anybody else for doing that if it was their family member on the line? Like, do you know what I mean? So now Boyd did what he did, and I get what you mean, like the consequences he should face because Boyd might
Well, he
in
did try
turn
to go down there with Kenny, and yeah, he talked Kenny out of it, but he was still willing to go down to the caves and be stupid with Kenny if
and
that's
burn
what
shit
Kenny
down, right?
really wanted. Now, again, T and Chin and them are like family to him. So, what characters are we talking about? Are we talking about like Randall? Would he go out of his way for Randall? I don't know. He might at this point because Randall and him have kind of talked a little bit. He's not just some random person. I think he would almost do it for a lot of the townspeople. Donna, um, I think he would do it for the math. Like if he is when he knew that the three were taken, he even walked away from the wedding. I mean, yeah, it was kind of over, but they were like in the middle of the wedding when he's like, "I have to go," and he did the light in dark places and to save, um, Julie, mostly probably Julie, but Julie Randall and Marielle. So I don't know. He might be willing to do a lot of things in order to save people.
I see where you're going, Vic. That's why I was asking, like, if it was in turn, let's say Ellis kidnapped somebody or did
Well, that's what
something,
I'm saying.
and
Who would it be? Because I think he would for a lot of people in town, not just Fatima.
you think, but like Vic said, you think he would break his own son's fingers?
I don't know if they took who would like. What do you mean? Would he break his son's fingers if what his son took Fatima?
Kidnap someone like Elgin did.
I don't know. It's possible. I mean, I don't know that, and I can't say for a fact on that. That one's a little bit more far outside of what anything I've seen in his character to decide. We know he killed his wife for his son.
Yes, there you go, Robert. James brings this up all you bring that up all the time, James. The trolley car like problem. Like, what do you do? You know, do you kill? I was even talking with Miguel about this at one point. Like, what do you do? Do you kill one to save the many or kill the many to save the one?
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. He
and
did it with
sometimes
his
it
wife.
depends. And yeah, sometimes it depends if it's a loved one there versus a stranger. But yeah, like Scarlet says, he killed his wife, so he may break the fingers of his son. You know, if he's going willing to do that, if someone's life is in danger or something, maybe.
someone he thinks is innocent, because in that moment he wasn't shooting his wife over a lot of other people, but when the son came involved, yeah, he definitely chose. Like, first he was trying to talk her down, because he kind of walked up on it and he was trying to talk her down. So no, he didn't shoot at her at first. So I guess, yeah, it's, I don't know. It's one of them things. It's depends on how they want to write it, really.
Scarlet, can you just hold down the fort for a couple of seconds? I just gotta let me go outside.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, my darling.
Bill Chill says either solution works. There is no right answer. And because we're saying Boyd is going down a dark path. Yeah, so I mean he's definitely, I mean, they're all changing in some form, and this place seems like it wants to push people to do things or make choices that maybe they would otherwise not make. So I don't know. I mean, is he is going darker, but again, Randall got mad at him when he left Randall out there, but what was Boyd supposed to do? Monsters gave him a pretty clear choice. You can have Randall, you can go save Randall, or you can save everybody that's in the ambulance.
Yeah, and that's part of the game, right? You know, they're playing a game with them, and they're setting up each move. Like, you could look at it almost like everything's a move, and who's moving that piece at that point in time? Is it the man in yellow? Is it the boy in white? You know, and you can think about that like the Khatri or the even Martin maybe, or the cicadas, or the voices in Sarah's head. You know, all of them are tools being used to play the game and, and make a move. And a lot of times, you know, the whole point is to put somebody into a situation.
Right. And Vic's saying, like, you're saying that he's got some bully tendencies. And yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know if I call it bullying so much. Maybe he feels that he has set up a lot in order to get the town to kind of work together. And when people, and at this point, it's everything that he has tried seems like this place is going to make it fail no matter what they're doing. At this point, he had a lot stacked against him. It seemed like every time they turned around, it was something else that season that was directed almost at Boyd directly, with the attacks. So I don't know if he was frustrated, and he might have been bullying a little bit, but I don't think he's like a bullying character. I think he was frustrated with what they had built with the town for it to seemingly just continue to fall apart. Donna was falling apart. They lost Tian Chen, Father Khatri, all these people who had kind of stuck together and built a family. It just kept seeming to fall apart. And then the one hope that he kind of saw with his kid, you know, and Fatima, that was falling apart. And that is really hard to deal with. I mean, she having a baby, or them believing that she's going to have a baby, something that she was never supposed to have, only for it to turn out to be Smiley being born. Now, I know that they didn't find out it was Smiley until after he did what he did to Elgin. But Sarah going to him, because Sarah went and was like, hey, there's something wrong with Fatima. Where is she? And she's like, yeah, the voices straight told me they got her. You're not going to find her in time. They're laughing about this. They're taunting Boyd at every step of the way. And just like he said, and I believe Sarah said back in around season 1, the end of season 1, beginning of season 2, when they're walking through the forest, that her brother Nathan said, when we this place pushes back, where they're repeating that. And even to Boyd, they're pushing him, like they're making sure to push them as hard as they can, and Boyd is always pushed back. So I don't know if that pushback is bullying as much as it's like defending the things that he's kind of built to give hope to people. I don't know, but I mean, yeah, he did kind of bully
He's
girl.
in training. He's going to be the man in yellow. They got to push him a little bit, you know. It's like Army basic.
If breaking him, like he said, you know, that's always been the thing. You can't break me. And if the goal is to break him and turn him into that kind of monster, or a form of a monster. Because I actually like what Jen said. Like, what if he is this cycle's man in yellow, and those are the other kind of monsters we're seeing. Those are different people throughout different cycles that have broke. And this is kind of what they become, and Boyd is just the next one on the chopping block for this cycle. And just because we've only seen right now the man in yellow, the kimono lady, doesn't mean that other monsters like them won't be revealed to be monsters. But what if they just in turn are other broken people? Because could you say that the townspeople were maybe broken? Because even though, yeah, you're promised immortality, you've got to be pretty fucked up to sacrifice your kids. Like, I don't care what you're promised. Like, that's a pretty dark road to go down. But in turn, deep down, that broke them, whether they wanted to admit it or not.
And they could have been broken before that point. We don't know what happened to the settlers from the, if they were settlers or whatever that came over. And anything that they had to experience before whatever this entity is interacted with them, did they bring the entity with them? Was it part of their culture before they got to From or wherever? And so, like, did they have like hardships with crops, the weather, and different things that broke them down to a point of worshiping something, and then asking for something, and then making and striking a deal with it? Like, I don't know. They ain't told us yet about that part. I'm kind of looking forward to that reveal. Like, when did they meet this entity? Did they bring it with them? You know, was it like, okay, they went through a generation of hardships, and then they, you know, were so broken that they were willing to sacrifice their children in order to, you know, get whatever it, and they're saying it's immortality. But is there more to it than that? And why are they taking items that are precious to people? Why, you know, and the boy in white telling Victor to also take the items that were most precious to people and bury them.
If Jade tried to sacrifice Ethan, would you forgive him? I don't know. Just like, do I forgive the monsters for sacrificing the children? No, but I don't. I definitely think Ethan could be on the chopping block of a sacrifice, because we know that they've sacrificed children in this place before. And so, no, I don't think I would forgive Jade. Just like I don't forgive Boyd what he did, but I understand what he did. It still doesn't make it okay. But I do understand why he did it, because anybody in his position would do so if their loved one was on the line. But is Jade sacrificing Ethan? What would the sacrifice be for? Like, how the townsfolk, and again, I still, the what would it make me forgive him for any reason? But I would see more so Sophia trying to sacrifice Ethan, just like Sarah kind of almost sacrificed Ethan in a way, under the guise of she thought that was going to allow them to go home. So it depends what Jade would be sacrificing him for. So I'm not too sure.
Right.
We just misunderstood it. You know, when the monsters or voices said to Sarah, "You'll get to go home if you kill Ethan," they just meant home to Jesus, because if she'd killed Ethan, Jim and Tabitha would have stomped her in the dirt. Or, yeah, Boyd would have put her in the box. So, you know, we're just maybe mislooking at things sometimes.
I think they threatened her with her brother or something like that. And then her brother ended up dying either way.
Yeah. Cruel, man. Those voices are cruel.
And I'm curious of how they're going to play Sophia, the new character. Is she going to believe, because with her praying and them talking about how she's aware of like evil that seems to roam so freely in this place, she's aware that there's bad forces here. Is she going to then not listen? Or is she going to, like, how are they, like you said, is she going to listen to it and think it's, God talking to her, or something that's good talking to her? Or does she's going to know it's evil, and she's going to be the one to help Sarah deal with it? Because they show her with Sarah, so how are those two going to interact? And I don't know, because if they both get talked to in the same manner, that is curious to see how she deals with it. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I think it may be more the side of she resists it and maybe even helps, but a lot of people think it's going to manipulate her.
Right, and I'm thinking she's going to resist it, but because she brought the Bible in, that was something that Father Cautry made a note to talk about, how there hasn't been one since, I guess, he's been there at least. There's never been one that survived. He didn't find one, anywhere. So is that supposed to somehow represent maybe she is a stronger light or something that's able to fight back? Or does it mean she's extra crazy? We don't know.
I don't know, but see, I don't know if this place would tell Jade that he could bring back his daughter, because the original version of himself, his daughter was sacrificed to begin with. So I don't know if that maybe and yes, would that possibly send Jade down the path to possibly sacrifice Ethan? Yes, just like telling Sarah they could all go home sent her down that path. And I don't know what could possibly send Sophia down that path.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just the guise of she's talking to God might be enough.
Right. It's possible. Like I said, I'm curious to see how they're going to play her character, if she's going to be able to resist or if she's going to think they're good. I'm curious. Just let Sophia bang. Oh, he's a poor kitty. Maybe one day he'll get. I don't know. Marielle's going pretty out of her mind. You never know. There might still be a chance with Christy. We'll have to wait and see what happens this season.
We will.
At this point, if something happens to Marielle and Christy's just so brokenhearted and he's a shoulder to cry on, and it's about all he's got.
Or Sarah and Sophia actually get together and Kenny is left out in the cold again.
He gets to watch from outside of the window like a peeping Tom. Well, poor Kenny.
Yeah, I think Kenny's just doomed to just never get any action.
Wait, Bill, I'm following you. Okay, so you think the man in yellow is Sophia, the white dress in the suitcase? Oh, shit. Well, he'd be really, but maybe. I mean, we can't rule it out just yet. We'll have to see what they do with her when she comes in town and stuff.
Nico agrees. Nico agrees.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Sarah's main motive was to save her brother. And that's what she told Boyd when they went to the woods. And then her brother ended up dying in the end. So we know that they lie. And that's what said the voices almost make me think the ones that she was talking to, the ones that she says when they're talking to her, I think are the monsters. Because she distinguishes it. She distinguished the Abby or woman voice as being not like the they. And she distinguishes the boy in white. So then just the way, like she was saying that not the monsters, but the way the voices were talking to her about Fatima, very similar kind of tones. I think they're all the monsters. And then again, the way they talk and mimic or their behavior, it kind of reminds me of what I think the man in yellow was also doing. So it is very possible they're all sort of hive mind connected with him. Because which still leads to, I don't know if the radio voice is one of the monsters or the actual man in yellow. I don't know for a fact yet. Because it still could be a monster somehow if they are talking to Sarah like that. That's a big if, because they haven't fully distinguished or said. It's just all fuckery. Somehow it's all connected. Oh God, my brain, Dana.
Right? It makes your brain hurt. It makes your brain hurt. The man in yellow, Sophia forms. Sorry, Kenny, I don't roll like that.
Oh snap! Poor Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny, I just poor Kenny.
You're gonna. Oh no, poor Kenny.
You'll just take
Well,
it
to be
over,
fair,
Daryl.
Kenny's not as sad as dude from Colony House. Kenny hasn't resorted to a monster yet. He got extra tongue action from that monster, or she got his tongue.
Oh
She
no.
ripped it out of his mouth.
Daryl said he'll make that sacrifice. He'll take one for the team. It's okay. So it's definitely gonna be interesting.
And I think they did talk something about that when Kenny was trying to find somewhere else to go, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I heard about all those parties at Colony House." Like he was blushing, and Kenny couldn't handle those kind of parties.
Right, I think that's why he chose the town. He wasn't ready for Colony House.
Which is what irritated me originally about Jim allowing about Tabitha just let her go. Like, no, I'm gonna stay in the house with her. Like, what the fuck? Fine, if they're gonna let her, if they're making her stay here because that's what she picked, I'm staying too. Which I guess in the end, yeah, no,
we're saying it, Daryl, just to mess with you. We love poking the bear. Is it the man in yellow? Just because he says it was him, doesn't really.
I believe it's the man in yellow, but I'm just saying I'm just saying that the monsters talk in a specific way, just like that, the voice on the radio, the way they taunt them and stuff. So I wouldn't fully rule out that it's the man in yellow in the sense that it's like a hive mind thing. But yes, I know we went over the scene and he says that I warned you, Jim, your wife shouldn't be digging them holes. I agree. But, it's one of them shows you got to steal it just in case.
Right. Abby and the web in past seasons would make sense if Man in Yellow could shapeshift all along.
What if he's all of the monsters too in some weird way? That'd be fucked up. I know it's not, but look, sometimes we just say things. We don't mean them. We're just talking because it's funny to think about.
We're throwing things at the wall and seeing what sticks, right, James? We're just throwing it. We're just throwing it, and we're just because
he shapeshifts. What if he was? That's how he also, and he knew that Boyd said, "You won't break me," because he's everywhere.
He's everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
But no, it is interesting. I don't know. I am curious to see though what all is going to be considered the man in yellow. The voice on the radio, him popping up, and then I do believe the phone call with the child that's not alive anymore that couldn't have a voice like that is the man in yellow messing with them. I think that Sarah was hearing or talking to when she was at the dungeon ruins with Boyd and Kenny, I think that's the man in yellow.
He gets around.
Right? But as far as Father Cautry goes, I do believe that's the man in yellow as well. But, in the end, it could just be Boyd trying to work out his problems.
Yeah. The whole series will end vaguely with an end screen that says, "All your theories are true."
I don't think they'll do that, but they could. I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope not.
They're all going to be sitting down eating a meal in the diner, and it's just.
I'm going to be like, "I told you, Dana. I told you, Scarlet."
But look, as long as they give us a whole textbook later about all the mysteries, like they did with Lost, I'll be fine. Give us our encyclopedia that explains everything that they couldn't fit in the show. It's fine.
Right? There you go. This season's going to be a wild ride. It's definitely going to be a wild ride. And it's going to be fun to get through it and then have to go back and rewatch all the seasons to see how this season fits. And then we get to go back to the moments like, oh, okay, that makes more sense now. especially with Julie story walking. I'm interested to see where she's gonna go. Like, what are we gonna see through Julie's story walking? It's gonna be interesting to see where she goes.
Yeah. And I guess she has to be at that location every time. That's
Well, so
one of the
far,
quirks of it.
that seems to be the way she can trigger it. We don't know if she'll find another way to trigger it or not, or if it is just that location. Again, does that go back to the music box and she got the power from the music box and whatever that magical situation is? Or was she always had the power in her?
Oh. I don't know. Like, she might just need it, since she's in the beginning phases of her power, that she might need that kind of jump start for right now. But will she always need it? I'm not sure. That could be something as she grows stronger. She might not need that catalyst anymore. She might be able to just turn it on and off.
Mm-hmm.
But for now, it seems to be what triggers her down that path. So it's definitely going to be interesting.
Right? Are they going to make it clear like she was always like the power of being a story walker was always in her, or did it come about from the dungeon? Like, I don't know if they, because what do you guys think? Was it just from the dungeon, or did she always have it in her? Like, maybe yes, that didn't somehow, like you said, help to trigger her to be able to use it, but like, could she have gone somewhere else and it triggered it? Like, the dungeon itself wasn't necessarily the only way she obtained her power. Like, it was always in her, or was it? Because part of me thinks it might just have something to do with the cicadas, because we don't know with Marielle and Randall if they're going to have anything go down with them, because they haven't gone through the same, like, they haven't walked back through there. Randall, that we know of, hasn't walked back through. He stopped her and he went there with her, but
we'll probably get something on him though, but we're definitely getting something on Marielle. She's chained up, not even in the cave, in the infirmary place or whatever. So, it's still in play, whatever it is.
But is that how she got her powers to story walk for Julie? Are they going to get some powers, or because we know they're still being haunted by it?
Yeah. But did that give Julie the power? We don't know. But it's a contender because that's when it started, right?
Right.
And so, again, like Boyd, he kind of had to be at the place, right, for him to go. So maybe she has to be there at the dungeon to do anything.
And Boyd seemed like his Parkinson healed when he had the worms, cicadas, whatever we want to call them. So again, is it the cicadas are bad? Or is, they seemingly are, right? But then again, if it's what gave Julie her power or cured Boyd for a moment, again, what does that have to do? Does that have to do with the monster and the fact that he's like, hey, look, you sacrifice something, I give you something? I don't know. Like, why give them, like, why would they obtain something if it's evil or bad? Only because Boyd seemed like his Parkinson healed when he had them in him. And then it seemed like after that, right, he started to get his Parkinson came back. Or did I miss that up?
I think he kind of was, I think afterwards he saw something triggered him to think it came back, but that could also be a mental thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that it came back. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, like Julie, then if it is healed, again, did it come from the cicadas, the worms, or did her powers come from the worms or the cicadas when she was taken there? Or again, were these things that were going to happen for Boyd? Was it the spider bite? I don't know. Probably nothing. But just throwing it out there.
Right. Vic, more hidden caught guns in the background to focus on.
Always. They come in all shapes and sizes.
What are you trying to say, Vic? What are you trying to say?
It's going to be bedazzled this season. You have no idea.
Listen, at the time we thought we was onto something, okay? All right? Okay, we really did. We thought we made a discovery. But we didn't.
Well, mostly I just thought that I was trying to figure out what was on the picture, and it was
So
nothing. Possibly not a picture at all, or a painting. Tis what it is.
I'm curious about that too, Daryl. If the monsters talk to Jade, what they'll say to him.
Well, that one grabbed the throat of the cow right at him.
So,
He was looking
do you
at
think
him,
they're
and
gonna?
Jade
Do
was
you think they're
freaking
gonna be
out.
like, you're gonna become one of us now? Haha, we got you.
Mm-hmm.
We got you. You're finally gonna become a monster and join us. You think they're gonna talk to him, James? You think the monsters are gonna have a little powwow? Like, what's up? We know it's you.
I don't know if they'll talk to him too much. They'll definitely, he'll see things. I think he'll be seeing things and having the visions, Father Godfrey, whatever it may be, type visions, or the bartender visions, something, or he's had so many. It could be the kids. It could be the guy drinking from the skull. I think he'll be seeing stuff. I don't know how much they'll talk to him, but again, I think they may I don't know if recognize is a good word, but I think they may know like who he is, like reincarnated even from the original person. Like they may actually even know who he is.
So you think they're going to be able to tell that he's the reincarnated version of?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, my next question: do you think they're going to let him live, or do you think that might be a hint of Jade's demise?
I think they'll let him live. I think he'll get out of it somehow. If not, they just let him go. He'll get out of it somehow.
Do you think maybe they'll reveal more knowledge to him?
Yeah, I think he's figuring stuff out.
And so, what is the cost for the knowledge? I wonder. Then, I mean, because Jim he's already gone, and they let them know that, hey, that knowledge came at a cost. But if he's down here messing around and finding where the kids were actually taken, what's that going to cost them?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, but do they just stop looking for information? I don't think so. So they'll continue figuring stuff out. So
Right. I wonder what character will be lost if that knowledge costed, a character like Jim to be taken off the board. I'm curious what character would be I mean, I don't have an answer. I'm just talking out loud or thinking out loud, but I'm curious of what the cost is going to be this season if they're going to get a lot of reveals. Because that puts a lot. Donna, I mean, everybody's on the table then, right?
yeah, we'll lose somebody. I bet. I mean, Donna may be one we lose. I don't know about this season, but she's definitely one on the board that's built up enough. People would like, oh no, not Donna.
Mm-hmm. Acosta seems too easy.
Yeah.
But I mean, she could go easily, but that one's just kind of a throwaway. Oh, could it be Christy? I mean, Christy would be a blow to Kenny and to Marielle. That would cause some good tension there. I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, of course, anybody like Boyd are main characters. Ethan, Tabitha, Jade. I don't see Jade or Tabitha going. I don't really see Boyd going this season.
No.
Julie. I don't really see Ethan, although it's a possibility. I just don't particularly see the odds being in his favor to go completely. Or I don't know.
Yeah, I would see Victor actually even going before Ethan.
Mm-hmm. Henry might be on the table just because him not kind of knowing where to go or whatever, and he has kind of had a few moments where he's like, "Oh God, like, oh, what do I do?" And he could get caught off guard in a situation or something like that if they're looking around for mysteries and whatever it is that he sees, he freaks out about. I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, there's a lot of background characters that could be hit. I don't know, I'm trying to think. Because, I mean, if they're getting ready to bring out the man in yellow and the way he's talking and whatever magic biz he's got cooking up in the woods, there's no telling what kind of massacre we're going to get this season, or if we're going to call it a massacre, what kind of event that's going to take some folks out. Because last season, they didn't have really too many folks just taken out, like in a massacre sense. Right? I don't think we did last season.
No, but a lot of people think we're going to get a massacre this season. That's for sure.
So I'm just sitting here trying to think. I'm thinking in my brain, who is we not going to get, or who's going to be taken out this season?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be. They have a lot to pick from. They have a lot to pick from.
I mean, Vodka. If Boyd and them ever talk to her, and she reveals more about the the melody and the nursery rhyme with the music box, I mean, she could be taken out for giving up information. And that might be why they took out Tilly. She was about to tell Fatima, or she was trying to help Fatima, and her trying to do the cards and stuff might have been why it was like, nah, we can't have you around.
We got to take her out. And, you know, I don't know, well, you know, there's two graves as the trailer opens up, as the season will open up. So there will be some kind of down characters in our face anyway. So they may not take anybody out till later on into the season if they do. But you never know with this show.
Right? All the mystery.
It's going to be fun.
Can go. Randall, Elgin. See, Bill says we're definitely losing two main characters this season. I think Donna and Ellis. Okay.
Those are big ones.
Not my Donna.
I know. I kind of feel bad, but she's been crumbling these last couple seasons. It's been wearing on her. And poor Kenny.
Miguel says Donna and Sarah.
Could be. I mean, really, just about all those characters are on the table. Just because, I mean, I really don't know who they would take out. Anybody could be taken out just about if they are setting up for Endgame. And it's going to be like, okay, you guys are figuring out too much. You're not going to stop what I have in motion. I'm taking everybody out, whoever gets in my way. Sarah's rage bait. She's not done. Daryl says if Sarah dies, it'll be in the last season. He believes that Ethan, Julie, Kenny, Ellis, and Fatima will never be killed off. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Debbie says Sarah's not going anywhere except maybe through a tree. Alice says Sarah, Fatima, and or Ellis. Okay. All right. I mean, it's possible, especially if he's trying to take children, because I try to go back and think of all of like the really major deaths that seem like they were intentional in some way other than just, of course, random killing. And I wondered if it was like, at some point you think the children part's going to come back and play. Even the voice over the phone was like being real mouthy to Jim, like they're not your children anymore. Maybe you should be watching your kids, like almost as if something was going to take his children. So I don't know. Ellis would be one that would be like a kid taken. So I don't know. It could take him out. He barely went to go look for his wife. He's lazy. I'm talking about Ellis. Who are we talking about?
He was trying. He's the one who put it together that it was Elgin that was
being all
know,
sus.
yeah.
If they can suss that out, why can't they suss out these other people? They figured that out a little faster than we can figure out if any of these other characters are who they say they are. Oh man, so many mysteries still to come.
Yes, we're really excited. We are really, really excited. I don't know. We have just like so much going on. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun watch. Do we know like about how long some of like the first episode is gonna be? Was it released how is it going to be an hour, over an hour? Do we know the time or the length of the premiere episode? I'm just
I
curious
didn't
if
even look.
anybody in the chat knows.
Yeah, I was gonna
James, do
say,
you
I'm not
know?
sure.
I do not know.
Okay. I'm trying very hard. I don't want to read any of the synopses. So like I'm trying not to like IMDb stuff or look at stuff. I don't know if they've released synopses yet, but I felt like last season the synopses revealed a lot. Was it just me? Did you guys think the synopses were like, I don't know, so I'm trying to make it a point this season not to read any of the episode descriptions. What about you guys?
Yeah, I haven't really. I mean, I try not to read too much. Did, like I said, see what they had posted about the titles of the episodes in the Discord, but I'm trying not to see too much. I mean, the trailers, of course, but try not to go too far. What's up, Dieter? Welcome, hun.
Welcome. So it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to see what my mom has to say about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I always look forward to seeing her thoughts, and I know she's seen the thing that we were not supposed to speak about, so she's already.
I told my mom not to Google. And she Googled and she ran across the fact of what might happen to the doggy. And let's just say Mama Susie is not a happy camper. She's not. She's already asking me, well, what episode do you think? I don't want. I said, Ma, I don't know. I said, I don't know anything. I just know that somebody spotted something. And yes, there's a possibility that and I said, I don't know if we're going to see it. I said, I don't know what they're going to show us. I said, but yes, there's stuff out there showing that one of the doggies might not make it. So Mama Susie's very, very mad. She's very mad. She said, don't they have enough people to kill? Why can't they leave the dogs alone? Kill a person. So we're gonna see. But yes, I'm very, very interested to see about the scarecrows. What they're gonna be, and
Mm-hmm.
like what triggers them and what happens. And and even now, like they clearly, okay, we know they had the Brundles, right? But now they're getting to this lake. I wonder if it's going to dawn on any of them to try to explore the water or do something with the water. I'm just curious if they're going to think like, because even when Elgin first came to From, he was like, I'm looking for like a body of water. So
Right.
everything wasn't revealed. He didn't reveal everything. He said, I remember my dream when Fatima kind of triggered it, but
Yeah, he
that's
was
still,
asking Julie about a body of water or something like that.
yeah. So I'm interested to see if we're gonna get any more to his dream, or
Like, he hasn't been there, right? Or he hasn't been to or did he? I can't remember.
well, he only went to the Brundles.
That's what
He
I'm saying. He
didn't.
hasn't been to the settlement.
No, he has not. So I'm just wondering if it's gonna dawn on anybody to maybe go explore the water.
And maybe it was just so he would know about the settlement. Maybe the settlement has something to do with the nursery rhyme with the music box. I don't know. Scarecrow set it on fire, indeed.
Right? Well, fire didn't work for fucking Smiley, that's for sure. But
Well,
do
I
you
mean, yeah and no. It worked for a little bit.
it did, but are you guys convinced after seeing what Fatima went through and giving birth to Smiley all over again? Do you truly think that there's no way to kill one of these monsters? Or do you think there's just a way that they haven't found yet?
Not without breaking the original pact. They made a pact for immortality with some magical being, and they're able to be reborn like that, almost as if whatever you do to them, even if you do kill them off, you burn them up, and there's no part of them left, they'll still be reborn. So you would have to break the immortality.
Okay. What about you, James? Do you think there's no true way to kill the monsters? Or if
Yeah,
there's
I'm with
still
Scarlet.
possibly?
Yeah, I'm with Scarlet. What she said. I think they'd come back either way. That's pretty much what happened.
So you think like it's kind of like they have to break the immortality pact. There's no other physical way or anything that could possibly kill them?
Probably, as far as, yeah, I think that's correct. Most likely.
Okay. What about the man in yellow? Do you think the man in yellow is killable? Or do you think he's got some kind of immortality like the monsters?
Well, I mean, he does seem to be immortal. Now, to kill an immortal god or ancient being, that is it possible in the world of like supernatural? Yes. But how you would go about that, I don't know. Because again, that would have to go back to knowing kind of what god he is, and if I mean, so I want to say some ancient gods, or there might be lore as far as to how to stop them, but even then, like, you know, the Greek gods, they found ways to kind of imprison them. I think maybe eventually kill some of them off, but that's a question beyond my magical expertise, Dana.
Yeah, I think it's more of a win in the game. I don't think it's about that they'll be able to kill them, even if they win the game per se and get to either air quotes go home or whatever that means.
Right. And sometimes what it takes another god to actually kill off or defeat a god. So, I mean, like, yeah, the best bet would be to possibly take away his power source in some way, maybe diminish him a bit. But to kill him, I don't know if you could do that.
What about Kimono Lady? Like, you guys have any thoughts on her? Do you think she's old as the townsfolk? Do you guys think she's older? Do you think, you know, she is possibly from outside of the Americas, since we've only seen, you know, people from America enter Fromville? What do you guys think about Kimono Lady?
I think she has something to do with the man in yellow. I don't know if it's like another god, like they're two gods working together, or if they're like a married couple type god, or if she's something that came along later, like maybe one of the townspeople, and that's just sort of her spot in it now. I'm not sure, but she does, in my opinion, seems to be attached to the man in yellow in some way.
Okay.
Even with the melody and stuff like that, with the music box. So I don't know.
What about you, James? What do you think about Kimono Lady? You think she's older? Do you think she's as old? Do you think possibly she comes from outside of like the America type of what we've seen in From?
I don't really know. She's such a mystery, but she does seem to be a part of the system or the game, if you want to keep it in that context, as far as, even though it's a rebirth of one of the characters, that's just part of it, though. That is part of the game. So she's playing her part. Where did she come from is a good question. It does seem to me like she would be maybe just as original as the monsters or the men in yellow or the boy in white. and she's her own thing and she plays her own part. But yeah, I don't know. She's one of the biggest mysteries how that part works.
Do you guys think we're going to see her again?
I think it's possible. Now, in the form that she is, are we going to get something where whether Tabitha or one of them remember, maybe at the lake where the settlement is, you know, somehow it triggers another memory of how she came about or who she was. But
Yeah,
her coming
Julie
back like
come across
this,
her. Yeah, I don't
I
think
don't
she'll come
know.
back like this.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll come back
Yeah.
like this, but in
Yeah,
some
you know,
form, maybe.
Julie story walking might come across
Right.
her, or you know, something flashback, or that Jade or Tabitha had.
Yeah,
might
having a
have.
memory or something with them
Yeah,
going back
yeah.
to the settlement, because she had something to do with water. Because it wasn't just the drowning of Elgin when she came back to Elgin like the second time or something like that. Her hands were also dripping with water. Now I don't know if that's just because she drowned him and so it was just continuing from that kind of thing with the dream, even though they're two separate dreams, or if she actually does have some ties to that settlement with the lake. Still a mystery.
Well, she always appears wet. Like she always appears, like even when you look at her hair, when you look at her clothes, like she appears as if she's wet in some way. And I don't know if that's where Elgin's kind of, I'm looking for like the body of water. Like, so like you said, did she drown? Is she kind of like a Lady in the Lake sort of character? You know, that is a lot of mythology behind it. And there's more than one version of the Lady in the Lake story. There's not just the King Arthur version. There's different mythologies that have a Lady in the Lake type of character. You know, so it's going to be interesting to see what she becomes. I know, I think I saw Vic say someone's pregnant. I don't know. We've yet to see anybody, like, yes, Fatima was pregnant, but that it also kind of gives me a throwback to Lost, of how at a certain point women couldn't give birth on the island. And now, mind you, yes, they fucked something up for that to happen. But what if from is another place that women are unable to conceive or give birth here? Or the only way to be pregnant is in the form of a monster?
But yeah, I don't think we'll see Kimono Lady unless another monster dies and has to be reborn again. But I mean, anything is possible for sure. I don't think it'll happen again. But her going back, or Julie going back, or Tabitha or Jade seeing something, or having a flashback in a dream, or Elgin just talking about her again, and maybe they find something that resembles her somewhere in the caves. Because it seemed like Boyd might be going back down there. They're going to go back down in the caves. Jade is for sure. So I'm curious if, you know, there's anything within the cellar or somewhere that has like a marking that might attach to her or something, or if they go back to either, I mean, I don't think it's the Brundles, because Elgin he seemed like that wasn't the right spot. So if they go, he goes to the settlement and he goes there, is there something there? Did she live at the settlement? In one of the houses, like he goes there and somehow he remembers part of his dream with her there or something. I don't know. She has something to do with the 3 red stones that are at the settlement.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. We have no idea yet. It's still mysteries yet to be solved.
Definitely. So, I mean, there's just so much. And I feel like we haven't even really dove into even the pictures that we've seen in Miranda's basement. Like, I feel like there's still so much there that we haven't really pieced together yet. Because she's showing us stuff that we just isn't even on our radar yet.
Right. She's seeing stuff that both Tabitha and Jade have seen, but Jade and Tabitha themselves haven't both seen.
Yes.
And again, the wording and the way they did the scene with Henry and her, and Henry talking about how she, wanted to do acid one last time, for go take a trip down memory lane.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they keep talking about how, memories seem to matter here in the sense that they need to remember with Nkui. So again, is that just a throwaway line? Yes, it sounds great. Or did it have more meaning with her taking that, not necessarily maybe the acid, but a trip down memory lane? What about that is triggering? Again, even with Tabitha, she almost, as if when she sees certain things, that she's remembering things, pictures that remind them. So it is so weird because we see the faraway tree seeming like it was built a couple times, and like there's one faraway tree that we know for a fact has a hole that travels, but there's more than one faraway tree in the sense of bottles being attached to. I meant bottle tree. I keep saying faraway tree, but the bottle tree, there's one that you can actually travel through, but there's at least two of them. One of them, I believe, they couldn't travel through anymore. So again, is that just them repeatedly making things, just like Miranda did in the real world? But there's only one true bottle tree? Or is it possible there were more bottle trees? And did versions of Miranda, Tabitha, whatever, Christopher, Jade, did they make the bottle tree in order to remember?
True, but we've also seen a couple of faraway trees that didn't have bottles. Because the one that Victor originally takes Ethan to in the forest didn't
Right.
have bottles. And the one that Victor sent Julie through in the woods didn't have bottles. And I
Right.
don't know if the one that Sarah and Boyd went through had bottles.
No, those didn't have, those were just normal faraway trees, but the bottle trees, are they the other one that we see with the bottles on it that has paper in it, but I didn't know, it seemed like it didn't have a hole for them to travel through. So I'm wondering if there's only just one bottle tree, like one actual bottle tree that works, or can Tabitha and Jade make more than one if they put the bottles on the tree with the paper? So like they go to one of the normal faraway trees that we've seen.
Oh, like making the bottle trees actually brings forth a faraway tree.
No, I think the faraway trees are always there.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if like the bottle trees, if they keep making the bottle tree itself, like she does the bracelets, but sometimes they don't get it right.
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
Jade
Okay.
starts to make the bottle tree
Now I
in the
understand.
town, but it's not on a faraway tree, but he's making a tree with bottles on it. Miranda made at least one in her yard plus the original. Like he said something like she was making them all over.
No matter what reincarnated body they're in, do they have the inkling to make the bottle tree? Just like Tabitha did the bracelets.
Right. So when they find the bottle trees in the forest, if they don't have the hole in them, is that like they were trying to make one, but they didn't do it right? They didn't remember.
One of the past lives making the bottle tree.
And that's why they weren't able to
interesting.
make it to the tower, because again, when they went, to find the bottle tree or whatever, or maybe they just went to make it, because it seems like each generation does it differently, because they didn't always have the talisman.
More than one. Hence why we see more than one bottle tree. Different reincarnations have made different bottle trees, because like Miranda was almost guided to do it not guided, but did it herself out in the real world. Like, are they, as much as Tabitha says, I've just made it over and over and over again, are the bottle trees the same thing? Interesting. That's interesting. What do you think, James?
I think it's a very good probability. It's another
Right?
theory possibility out there for sure.
That would make a lot of sense then to why we see more than one type of bottle tree if different reincarnations.
Yeah,
if
I definitely think
selves.
that's the most likely answer of, just like if, say, they didn't make it this time around, maybe they could, Jade could even figure out how to leave another clue for the next cycle, something like that. So I think that is kind of probably where it come from. A past reincarnation.
Yeah. They're actually passing on knowledge to once they find out they're kind of reincarnated, it's almost like their way to pass on knowledge. But when the new ones come around, until they figure that out, oh, good night, Miss Debbie. Good night, good night. Good night. Thank you for hanging out. And please, everybody, check out Miss Debbie. Check out her artwork. She is killing it. She's killing it right now. Let's get her subs up as well. She's close. She's the next one. We got to get to 500. She's almost there. She's almost there. So sub to Debbie if you guys have not already. Absolutely, Miss Debbie. So many questions, so much stuff. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready for this first episode. I'm ready to sit down, have our pizza party, grab our popcorn, whatever we're going to do. Whatever we're going to do, and just, I'm ready for it.
Sorry, I was muted. Oh yeah, I'm just totally ready. And see where all the bits fall this season. What else reveals we get. And especially with Julie walking and all the new things that they kind of show us that might happen this season. It's looking good. It's looking fun. I can't wait to be wrong about Martin.
Right? And I'm totally ready to be wrong about Clara. So we'll be wrong together, Scarlet.
I can't wait. Look, like I said, I've already been wrong several times over. I'm good with it because then I get to come up with a whole new theory. It's fun.
Right?
I'm not beholden to any theory, to be fair. So it's fine. I like to do all the theory crafting because I know that is part of what is fun for me in this show. To like, oh, what does it mean? And then we get another bit and like, oh, that it didn't have anything to do with that. It has to do with this. And then you go back through and try to figure it out some more. And you find some lore along the way that may have nothing really to do with the show, but you found it trying to find stuff on the show, and you might have learned a thing or two about something you never knew about before in our own history. So it's fun. I probably learned more about our history sometimes just from this show than I had in school, because it's got a little bit of everything, or at least it's hinting, nudging at all sorts of things that make you kind of look up, whether it's U.S. history with the settlers, or even just history with different Greek gods or other gods from all around the world, even Native American gods, all kinds of different things.
Right? It definitely, it makes you do your research. I'll tell you that. Definitely makes you do your research.
Right, we went through string theories, dimension talks, learning about, how many dimensions are out there, how many do the science believe are out there, with, all the different things, even into quantum particles and radio waves, and Robert's color theories. I think Robert went through a whole bunch of different.
Right, but I think I have a science question for James.
Oh,
so I got it.
You got it.
Yep. So James, I have a science question, but you know the drill.
It's science time with James, the smartest guy ever around. Let's see what he knows about science today. Science time with James. Yeah!
Okay, it's science time with James. Do you think the pocket dimension theory and what Dale was kind of spewing in this world, I'm not talking about like even our world, do you think it would fit what From is if it were true?
Yeah, it actually seems like the most plausible kind of probability that's happening. Really, the way the worlds bleed together, kind of. So, right now, I think that's the best theory going. Is it possible in the real world? Mathematically, physically, it may be a different thing.
It's just not familiar to science of today, Data.
Gotcha.
It doesn't follow the rules that we believe or know of science.
If one were to enter a pocket dimension, is the tree and what it does, could that be a way to enter a pocket dimension if there were one?
Well, I mean, anything could be really, but
right. I mean, once we get to that point of stretching science, I mean, what's not a key at that
I
point?
think that's part of the story. Look at it as more part of the story being told. If you look at the whole show as a story, if Julie's a story walker, well, From is the story, and that's part of the story. So, it's it may be metaphorical as far as the tree means something, but really it's just something for the viewer, the story reader.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes sense.
And I think, Bill, are you requesting? I think Bill thinks that deserves. Where are we? There we go. Here you go. See, we are educational people. You learn things here, whether it be real stuff, fake. You still learn stuff.
Yeah, and there's the water. I definitely think it's going to matter somehow, some way. Maybe even with Boyd's boat or something.
Oh, well, wouldn't that be really fucking creepy if they're like by the lake and like Boyd's boat like floats up like a ghost ship?
Well, yeah, and see, that's what I'm curious too, because when we see that, and then there's also if I can find it. Okay. On the Peach Truck map, I know you can't, I'll go highlight it, but there's like a river over here, seemingly, that gets kind of like marked, gets X'd out. I wonder if it was connected to this lake or something. Because it's way over here. But it's almost like there was a river or something at one point in time, but then it's like whoever drew this, like, they sectioned off whatever this was and like marked it out. Like exit, like it doesn't exist anymore. So I've been curious to see if the lake is going to turn into something like that. Like once upon a time it was a river. I don't know how that fits into anything, James. I'm just been trying to piece together that Peach Truck map with the stuff they find out in the woods. What does it mean? Because where's the boat coming in? We have not seen a river, right? We have not seen a body of water that's not sort of like landlocked around it.
I mean, that could be a pond, but are we sure that's a pond, or is it a...
They called it a lake.
Yeah, is it a bigger body of water
so I don't
that's
know
connected to something else?
I mean, I guess the lake can run out to a river and stuff. They didn't say.
So, and maybe not. Maybe the Lake of Tears is really just a big pond. Some people think it's the swimming pool in town. So there's all kinds of theories.
Like, I'm curious if it's a lake, if it's gonna, where does it all go to, or if it's just, because they hadn't really panned to show us the whole body of it. Kind of like they did kind of the Brundles.
Yeah, and it looks more like a pond. And this looks more like a big pond, but it could be a lake, considered a lake right here.
Well, that's what they called it in the show. Because they even got like, that's the, whatever they were saying, Jim was saying it's growing in patches all along the lake.
Yeah, but he's a city boy, and he would call a pond, big pond, a lake, probably. I'm just saying.
I would too, to be honest with you.
Maybe overgrown the river. See, that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe over time it dried up to a degree, and all that's left is the lake.
And it's it just seems like with the story in the Lake of Tears, it's going to matter, and it may not. It may not matter at all.
Well, I'm thinking it does. Like, what if this was the original way the settlers got here, and it was a river or something like that? But over time, it dried up. And it became the Lake of Tears because they had famine.
I hate famine.
And the food wasn't growing at the time, which is why the crops got sold at the original place. But then they were worshiping gods, and the gods allowed them a bountiful harvest for generations to come.
You're right, hands up.
I don't know. I'm just rambling nonsense. But it is curious.
Yes. And yes, Alice, she says the river seems to be depicted on the cave drawings. Yes, there is a river depicted on the cave drawings as well. But also, it's like, do we have to take into account this place sometimes moves shit? You know, who is to say that where they saw the lake, it wasn't X'd out because it's not there anymore because it moved?
True
Yeah.
that.
You know, if anything, I see them, if they could get on a boat and maybe follow the body of water somehow, that's the other side of the door. If the tree, when you pull up at the tree, you're in Fromville, you get on that boat at a certain point, you're going to pass back into the real world. Like that may be the only way where the doorway is.
Right. It was something about the way they drew this, and I'm calling it a river based off the drawing, that reminded me of like the same kind of river we see on like the cave drawings of them coming in, the way the trees are kind of on the sides and shit. And it's just kind of like this whole thing, and then it also shows the town and it's sort of different almost versions or dimensional things going on, who the fuck knows. It's all on the like sort of the outside of what is the map. And then what in the hell is this? Again, I know we went through this like a million times, Dana, back when we really first started talking about From.
Mm-hmm.
But if this is the Brundles, then what is this? It's purplish, but I took it as like another body of water. Is this possibly where the lake is? Or again, then what is this?
Yeah, I don't know.
It's colored in weird. It's not like water, like this water.
Maybe they just ran out of blue.
Possibly.
But Dow, you still think there's going to be a flood? I don't know, because I really thought if there was going to be a flood, it was going to come after the rainstorm. So I don't know if the flood's still in play. Do you guys think there's a flood still in play?
I don't know, because again, a flood, the fires, the storms, all that seems like hardships that settlers might have had to go through. And they may not, depending on the generation, might trigger a particular set of events. So they didn't get the flood, they got the crops failing. Whereas one time when the town goes through, they get a fire. It could be something like that. I don't know if every version's going to get all of those events.
Okay, what about you, James? You think a flood is still in play?
Possibly, but maybe not a. It may not be like we think it's going to be, like such a big flood, or something with the water. If it's not a flood, I think they may figure out something with the water. But it's definitely, there's a lot of, I haven't really read or listened to other people's full theories too much on that, but the couple I have heard about the flood, I mean, it makes sense. They have some receipts for it, as far as backing it up. So it's possible.
Mr. Bill is requesting a poll, but I don't know how to do that. If
I can't do that, that's under YouTube, I believe. You have to go. Hang on, I'm trying to remember how to do
my
it.
phone?
I believe you have to go into YouTube to set that up on the chat.
Okay.
And it has been a minute since I did one. Because I won't be able to see it to tell you what to click on.
Nope, that's fine. I'm clicking stuff. I'm looking. Moderation. I've never done a poll yet. So I'm James. Do you know how to do a poll?
Yeah, if it's through YouTube.
Okay.
Somewhere in the chat, one of the things above or below the chat that you click on.
Okay. Is it something I could do for my phone, or do I have to do it for my computer?
They moved that around. There used to be 3 dots, and I think
Right.
they've moved my 3 dots.
Yeah, I don't see. Oh, good job, Vic. Thank you, Vic. 1 for flood, 2 for no flood. I'll take that.
There you go.
There you go.
See,
Yes.
Vic to
If
the
that was
rescue.
I will learn.
Can find it.
will-
I'll find it next time. That way I can tell you again. We'll do one next time I do a stream, Wednesday night possibly. That way I can remember how to. Because it's been a minute since I've even done one.
Right?
So I don't remember where
you're,
it's.
That's typically in your wheelhouse.
And it doesn't pop up when I go into the chat for me to see it, so I can't remember
So there
where
you
I
go.
click.
In the chat, put a 1 if you think there's going to be a flood. Put a 2 if you think there's not going to be a flood.
You got
I am a
no floods.
flood just because I think if they were going to go that angle, they would have done something with the rainstorm. But I see where Daryl's coming from with his theory that it might be an end game thing, and that's where Boyd's boat comes into play, and they might have to take the boat. So that's a possibility. I'm not saying that it's not, but I would be a 2.
Mm.
What about you guys? 1 or 2?
I'm at a. I mean, I don't want to say it's not possible. I'm just at a 2, just because I thought if they were going to do it, it would have already happened.
Yeah,
But that don't mean nothing.
exactly. But what about you, James? Are you a 1 or you a 2?
I mean, I guess I'd go for a 2 at this point in time. But I don't know. I guess I'm a 2 at the moment.
Okay. With Alice is saying flood. I know I saw Vic say no flood. Jen say no flood. I think Bill said no flood. 6 2s and 2 1s. Look at you. That's why you're the mod of the century, Vic. So we'll like, yeah, I know there was a lot of talk about a flood. I know they showed pictures and and everything, but then I'm to the point to where, are we sure that every picture is going to come to be, or are they pictures of things that already came to be? You know, because there's still so much in Miranda's basement that we haven't seen, but I don't know whether can she see the future? Like, there was somebody pointing out that in one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, that they thought Victor could possibly be drawing pictures of the future because there was a picture of Boyd with the goat. And I was like, well, Victor was around then. Just because he wasn't maybe really with anybody yet doesn't mean he didn't see that moment. So it definitely, to me, could have been a Victor drawing because he saw it. He still drew everything he saw. So I didn't take that because we see Victor still drawing up into current times. You know, so if Victor saw Boyd with the goat when he was coming back, because we know he was there. He's been there the entire time. So when Boyd first arrived, Victor was somewhere floating around.
Right.
So he could have definitely have seen that moment. I didn't take it as Victor was predicting the future. So I don't know out of what pictures we could possibly say would be Victor predicting future events.
True.
So just because if it's a picture that Victor drew of a flood or something like that, we don't know what knowledge is rattling around in his brain. We don't know really what he knows. His memory is all jumbled and messed up. We just don't know. He could have been a story. The boy in white used to hang out with him and do stuff. So what if that's a story that the boy in white told him and he was just drawing a picture of a flood? So I don't know how much we can say Victor's drawings could be prophetic in a sense. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Like I said, I'm not sure. I mean, anything is possible, that's for sure, with wrong. I've been wrong so many times about what I think things mean. Like Vic was talking about with the doll. I remember I thought there was going to be more to the doll. I thought the thing was going to be possessed, like walking around, messing with them. And it didn't have as much meaning, or at least so far, as much meaning as I thought. Now, it's still haunting Jade. So, again, does something happen to the doll later? I don't know. But from what they showed us, the doll didn't have as much meaning as I thought, other than, of course, we all thought it was Christopher's. It turned out it was Christopher's. And it happened to be down there during a conversation with the boy in white. But why is it constantly haunting Jade in particular the way it is with the symbol. Why is it down in the caves? Why was Miranda's stuff down in the caves? I don't know. So it's hard to say with any of the pictures. The way Victor talks about them, he says there's stuff that he saw or Miranda saw. I can't remember if they were anything that from what his mom told him about, but they were there kind of help him remember. The pictures are there to remember. So it made me think that they were past events or things that have already happened more than they were things that were kind of showing things that were going to happen. But I don't know. I mean, because he's also got a picture of a skeleton on fire with the dog and a phone. Um, what happened with that? Why he drew that? And we know the phone comes back in play. We know we see a burning body. When they do Smiley. So again, did they have to go through this before? And this was the image. It's hard to see, but on his wall, this is like the skeleton over here and the dog, and there was like a phone. I could never get like a really good shot of it, but I think it was like in season 1 possibly, but it's on his wall in Victor's room. But again, I don't know if this was a past event or if it was predicting something, because these things do come back into play, some of the stuff that he sees. But again, I don't know if that's because it's already happened and it's happening again, or if it's because he's predicting something that's going to happen. I'm not 100% sure, but I don't know. I would assume they're just things that have already happened that he's seen. Now, will they happen again? I don't know. It seems like some of the events might happen again, but it seems like some of the events don't happen, because the talismans are something that they got, and it's not something that happens in each generation or each cycle or each whatever reoccurring event.
Yeah, true, since they were just in that one place. But Bill Chill, I don't know if we've ever seen if Victor drew a picture of Jasper. I'm not
He
too
drew
sure.
one after they came back from the caves, him and Tabitha.
So not one that he had already.
I don't know if he ever had one previously, but he did draw one, and that's when he was talking to Boyd, and Boyd asked him, what are you doing? He says, I'm drawing things that I saw or something like that, because the pictures remember or help me remember. I can't remember verbatim what he said, but he was talking about the pictures helping him to remember, and that he draws things that he sees.
Okay. So many questions. But we have been going about 3 hours, so we are going to get ready to wrap it up around these parts. But I know we got a lot of stuff going on. What's in the works, Miss Scarlet? I know you will be away for a few days, but then
so
we are
we're
coming
looking
back.
at possibly Wednesday night. We'll be talking some more from, again, just diving more into things. Hopefully, I've still got some other clips that we haven't even looked at, so we'll definitely be diving back into all the things from. I might try to put another gaming stream up during the week, but that's basically it. We'll be talking some from here on out for the most part. So Wednesday night, Friday night, and then again trying to get back into a Monday, Friday night for from. And that is just the way it's looking for the future.
Right, because it's almost here. It's almost here. It's gonna be here sooner than you know. And what about you, Mr. James? What you got dropping some more videos? I liked your what if video about Shane and the what if Shane and Andrea.
Yeah. Yep, people request stuff. That was one that was a big request, so I did it. But just a lot of videos, same old thing, man. Just same old thing.
Yes, Miguel would like me to tell you that the actor John Barenthal, I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
He actually came into Miguel's building today, and
Nice.
yesterday, and he got to meet him, even though we met him at Boston a really long time ago. But
yeah, getting killed off The Walking Dead was the best thing that ever happened to him. He just went, he's just done really good stuff since then, and he's became the Punisher. I mean,
Yeah.
That's a badass role to have been in and be in, and he's going to be in the Spider-Man movie. So, I mean, he's doing it.
Yeah, he's killing. He was really nice when we met him at the convention. He was really, really nice. But yeah, I really liked that video. I was like, that would have been really interesting to see. If they were gonna change anything, like fuck it, that would have been pretty interesting. That would have been pretty interesting. So are there gonna be more kind of what if videos?
Maybe. I've got a few requested, but they're just, because you just got to kind of make it up. So they're hard to do, kind of, because there's so many ways you could go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe.
Can I
maybe
ask what were some of the requests? I'm curious.
A lot of it is like, what if Carl lived, and those kind of things. It would be big decision type moments usually, like what if Carl lived, what if Rick died, really died, and things like that. So big moments usually.
Okay. That one was a fun watch though. I liked your take on it. Like I liked your take on it. It was cool.
Nice.
It was cool. But yeah, so you're just gonna be dropping your videos as always.
Yeah. I have to just kind of make stuff up, so I never know really what the next one may be.
Right? You're gonna come up with stuff.
Make it up as I go.
Definitely. But no, thank you guys. We will definitely be back here probably on Saturday, just to, like Scarlet, just kind of getting into the rhythm of From and figuring out kind of what we're doing around these parts. So we will be back here next Saturday. I know I will be dropping my Clara video tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today, but I was just away from my computer all day. I was just away from the computer all day and I didn't have a chance to do it. But it's done, it's finished, and I will be dropping my Clara video. So I'm excited to see what you guys kind of think about where I'm going with it and stuff. So look out for that. And I do have some more shorts that I'm going to be putting up that I've been working on, and we're getting there. Like, I'm shocked with like just everybody. Thank you for subscribing and following us and having fun with us and coming back and listening to us rant, listening to us theorize and have fun with all these shows, because otherwise we would just be talking to each other, and we're boring when we talk to just each other. So we have more fun with you guys. So thank you guys for just being such an awesome, supportive community. And it's going to be fun this season. So make sure you're in the Discords. Right, guys? We couldn't do this without them. We'd be nobodies.
Yep, we had so much fun with all of you guys, honestly, from the time we started. Me and Dana way back when, and then we got James. It's been a hell of a ride with everybody. Just to be able to have all of the memories with you guys makes it that much more special.
It does. But we just stay tuned because we have so much going on. And just always remember, keep your magic at the ready, because you never know when you're going to need it. And life's always better with a little bit of magic. So stay safe, guys. And until next time, we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Shadows are calling. Frost on my breath as the night ignites. Ice in my veins, but my fire is burning. I ride the storm under silver lights. Witches brew, the night won't break us. The snow can't hide the path we take. Hear the howl, the storm can shake us, but we stand strong, we will not quake. Frozen skies and the moonlight's whisper. Magic flows through the winter air. forever.